Hey yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Thumbs up, anyone? Can y'all hear me? Before I start, let me know. Can y'all hear me? Like, is my mic a little loud or is it all right? All right, thanks. All right, people. All right. This is my latest stream I've ever done. All right, and I'm here yet again with another loss in the playoffs. It's not, and you know what the surprising thing is? It's not to the Chiefs. It's not to the Bengals. It's to the Denver Broncos. You know what, man? You know what? You know the craziest thing about all this is that I said we wasn't going to go to the Super Bowl because, well, for starters, it's too much to overcome a bad roster that we had with no true number one wide receiver you can really trust. Okay, I mean, I don't have a Jamar. Excuse me, I can't even talk right now. A Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson. Okay, a Jackson Smith Nigba. Okay, and a few others as well. Okay, I don't have that. The only thing I have is a slot receiver in Khalil Shakir, a tight end in Dalton Kincaid, who is either injured or is he healthy, you know? And also I also have a wide receiver that loves to eat cookies and Keon Coleman. You know, cookies. You know what I'm saying? Like this is who my quarterback, as you can see on the damn screen, has around him. I mean, like, what the hell? I mean, the only thing I only have is a fucking run game and James Cook, who, by the way, started this whole turnover fiasco in the first place. Because, you know, 5 of those turnovers, you know, was by James Cook, by the way. It was by James Cook. Okay? Just a thought. Just a thought. So, this whole turnover shit started with him. So let's get that out the way. I know you guys are expecting me to yell. I know you guys are expecting me to rant, bullshit, bitch, moan, complain, all this other things. I understand all that, and don't get and I have every single right to do all those things. But I'm gonna be honest here, man. I didn't even have the team going to the Super Bowl and winning it, man. Okay, I had us losing in the first round to the Jaguars because I did not think we would go into Jacksonville and win. I mean, like, we suck in Jacksonville. We can never win a game there in Jacksonville. So I was shocked that the Bills went in Jacksonville and won last week. I was completely shocked by that. And by them winning that game, you know, and this is how they bring you, and this is what this team does. Okay, you win a game like you did in Jacksonville, and now you're bringing all the non-believers, and you're bringing them all in, thinking that you can go into Denver and you can win there, which we should have. I mean, like, yeah, we have 5 turnovers, but besides all the turnovers, we still should have won that game. Okay, we're going to talk about the game just in a little bit. But this is what this franchise does. They let you believe that, oh my God, everybody's doubted us, this and this and that we can't go into this arena, this place against this team coming into our building. We can't beat them, this and this and that. And then yet, when the Bills are so doubted like they were just a week ago, they usually end up and win those games. Okay? They usually end up and win. When you doubt them and all, and don't believe in them, thinking that they don't have a shot to win that game, oh no, that Bills team will win that game. Oh no, they'll win that game. Believe me when I say that they'll win that game. And you had all the pundits talking about they were going to go into Denver and win, which, again, they still should have won in Denver. They still should have won in Denver. All right? They still should have won in Denver. Besides turnovers, we still should have won in Denver. Okay? I fully believe that. Okay? You don't score 30 points by accident. It does not happen on one of the best defenses in the league. Okay? It does not happen by accident. I want to be mad. I want to be disappointed. I want to be upset. But I can't, because I didn't think this team was actually going to go to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, does it suck that we lost today? Yes, it does. But at the exact same time, man, part of me is kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of glad they didn't win, because then let me tell you why. All right, let me just tell you why I am glad that they didn't go all the way, because our fucking GM here. Actually, hold on. Let me just pull up the fucking clip. Okay, the clip that sent shockwaves to the Bills Mafia fan base. Okay, from last April after the draft, when this bozo had the audacity to go on to WGR on the radio days after the NFL draft and throw a goddamn hissy fit like a goddamn 5-year-old toddler about wide receiver. So I'm gonna pull up the clip, people. All right, just give me a minute. And like this, I'm not even typing this dude's name right, man. Let me get the clip ready to go. Yeah, y'all gonna want to hear this shit. Let me get these ads. Fucker. All right. Let me just. Yup. Mm-hmm. All right, people. Let's investigate this whole fucking Brandon Bean shit. All right. Let me tell you why I'm glad that they didn't fucking win tonight. All right, because of this fucking clip right here. This fucking goddamn statistical son of a bitch at GM.
I was just listening to the last few minutes of your show before I came on, waiting on here.
All right.
Sounds like 2018 all over with you guys.
Well, how so?
Well, you guys were bitching in 2018 about Josh Allen. You guys wanted Josh Rosen, and now you guys are bitching that we don't have a receiver. I don't get it. Like, we just scored. Hold on, let me talk. We just scored 30 points in a row for 8 straight games. A year ago, I get you guys asking why we didn't have receivers, but I don't understand it now. You just saw us lead the league in points when you add all the postseason. No one scored more points than the Buffalo Bills, including the Super Bowl champions. So you just saw us do it without Stephon Diggs, same group. how is this group not better than last year's group? Like, our job is to score points and win games. Where do we need to get better? Defense. We did that. So I get it. You got to have a show and you got to have something to bitch about, but bitching about wide receiver is one of the dumbest arguments I've heard.
Okay.
And I'm going to end it right there. Okay. That motherfucker had the audacity to go on WGR, people, last April after the NFL draft concluded, where he drafted all defensive players and 3 of them being offensive players, okay? And his last pick of that 2025 NFL draft was a wide receiver who hasn't even seen the goddamn field all season long. And him, by doing that, gave us the biggest. He literally gave a lot of people in the bill, not just WGR, but a lot of Bills fans, the biggest middle finger of them all. Y'all want to bitch him on about wide receivers like he said? Well, here you go. Let me give you this goddamn random from fucking Maryland, who's never gonna see the goddamn field to begin with. I mean, we're gonna put him on the practice squad. Hell, special teams. Talking about, oh yeah, man, you know, we had 30 points, man, without Stephon Diggs, this and this and that. Dude, dude, you think that what happened in 2024 was going to translate to a leprechaun in 2025? That's not how this works. Okay, you can't just bank on the exact same results that you had a year ago. Like, dude, this dude is literally the definition of insanity. Like, insanity is expecting the exact same thing again, but with different results. That's what Brandon Beane is. He's literally the definition of insanity. Like, if insanity was a person, it would be Brandon Beane. Point blank, end of discussion. Talking about defense and, you know, this and this and that, but yet you don't want to go help out your quarterback to go get him a true number 1 wide receiver. Like, I mean, like, you literally, like, decided to go on a radio show and throw a hissy fit like a 5-year-old. And talk about, oh, bitching about wide receiver, man, is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Well, was it the dumbest shit you ever heard throughout this whole entire season? Was it? Even in the playoffs? Now, I understand that wide receivers was the reason why we lost, because of turnovers. But still, I mean, like, it would have been nice to having a number 1 wide receiver. You know, would have been nice. I mean, like, I just don't get this dude at all. But don't worry, we're going to talk more about Brandon Beane later on, because, you know, there's a lot of things we have to talk about with Brandon Beane, all right? His direction going into next season, or what he should do. All right? And speaking of defense, you know what? I want to blame the defense. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to blame them, but I don't really blame them that much. Okay, because at the end of the day, man, they did not turn over the ball 5 times. Our offense did. Our offense shot themselves in the foot. Okay, but these dudes did not bring down Bo Nix not once. Not once the entire game. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Because the Bills, I mean, like, we get all these defensive players and stuff. We draft, we sign and all. And yet, there is no consistency of no pass rush. No pass rush. I mean, like, did you not see Joey Bosa? I mean, where was he? Because I mean, I told you about Bosa. I mean, there's a reason why I didn't like the signing, because Bosa here. I mean, yeah, sure, he might break through the offensive lineman there and there, but the dude barely. He doesn't even like get to the quarterback. He doesn't. He doesn't. So like, man, I don't know, man. Like these dudes did not have one sack on Bo Nix the entire game. Yeah, you picked them off, but I don't know what the hell you want to do about that. Like, I mean, like you have one pick, and honestly, you should have had more turnovers because they literally fumbled at the opening drive of the game, and they fumbled again after we scored a touchdown. So honestly, the Broncos should have 2 more turnovers than the one they got. Just a thought. And I believe they should have had another turnover with Bo Nix throwing that damn ball, a little bit forward. It looked like he actually brought it back somewhat and fumbled. I mean, it looked like that, but who knows, man? It's a close call. It really is. So yeah. And also, that brings me to calls, right? So look, I did say we lost this game because of turnovers. There's no sugarcoat with it. Okay. Josh, love him to death, but you can't be turning over the game, like that, bro. Like that him fumbling that damn ball, bro, at the end of the second quarter, bro, was just like the dumbest shit I've ever saw, bro. By elite quarterback like himself, like a superstar quarterback, an MVP reigning player himself. That shit was so stupid, bro. That shit was so stupid. Like, why would you not just slide or just taking a sack? Now, I understand some people will blame McDermott for that. Like, why did McDermott just not kneel down? Granted, yes, I don't know why they didn't decide to kneel down because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not getting into field goal range because you have no timeouts at all. You really don't. So, like, why do you even, like, waste all of that? Like, why just slide or take a knee or just take the sack? I mean, like, that's what I would have done. And this dude didn't even do none of that. And then the other fumble. I mean, okay, now that second fumble. I mean, let's be for real, people. That's football 101. Like we've seen straight sacks fumbles in the past, like sack fumbles. Like we see that. We see that. Like I mean, it's a normal move. It's a normal football move. Okay. So like Josh didn't try to do nothing with it. It was just a sack and fumble. It happens. Okay. It happens. Like, do I blame him for it? Yeah. But then again, we watch the replay. Why is Khalil Shakir on a defensive player in the first place? Why is that not an extra lineman or a tight end on the defensive lineman? Why is it a slot receiver on a defensive lineman? Could someone please explain that to me? Why is my slot receiver on a defensive lineman? Because that would have never happened if we would have had a lineman or a tight end on him. That sack from him would have never happened. And then the interception. Now, I'm not going to lie. It wasn't a bad pick. It really wasn't because if you watch the replay, you can see Curtis Samuel is kind of open. It's just that the DB, smart move by the DB, because, that's a really great defensive play right there, okay? He saw the ball. He had perfect vision on it, and he was just more quicker to the ball than Samuel was. So that's not really a bad throw, but it's like, what the F? You know? It's still what the F. Not a bad throw by any means, but what the F? You know? And then the second turnover. The second pick. The one that's controversial. Now, I want to show y'all this real quick. I don't know. Because, a lot of people, a lot of people is on this, man. And honestly, this has to be one of the worst controversial calls since the no PI between the Rams and the Saints. I mean, like, this is so bad. It's not even funny, man. It's not even funny. Because it's like, what the hell? Like, seriously, what the actual hell? Because I don't know how in God's green earth can you look at that and say that's a interception. Like, how? Like, how? How can you look at that and say that's an interception, man? All right, I'm just logging into Twitter because I'm not logging to Twitter on this laptop whatsoever. And yes, people, it's the laptop I was telling you about. I can't edit it on. But don't worry. Don't worry. Once I get a whole new laptop, don't worry. I will go back to editing videos, okay? Because I am planning on coming back for the 2020 sixth season, all right? I know I've been taking a hiatus, all right? But, there's no school no more. I graduated from college. And, it is what it is. So that's all I got to say about that. Okay, so there's nothing to be in the way, maybe a job, but that's about it. Now, let me get to my to my Twitter and shit. So, let's see. Where is this shit at? Actually, I'm going to go to the video one. The video one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Hold on. Let me Yep. Let this shit load. All right, it's gonna take a lot of time. Goddamn Twitter. Load, dick. Hold on. Let me refresh this shit. Ugh. All right. Okay. All right, now look at this shit right here, man. Look at this bullshit, bro. The motherfucker is down. The motherfucker was down. Look, bro. Like, yo, his knee was literally down before that fucking row, bro. You can't make this shit up. Look at this shit. Look at it, bro. He's literally down right there. Right there. I could put this in slow-mo, bro. I could put this in slow-mo, man. His fucking knee was down. Was literally down. Watch this. Watch this. Now pause. His knee is fucking down. His knee is fucking down right here. Right here. His knee is fucking down. Hold on, I'm about to... His knee is literally fucking down. Are you fucking serious? His knee is literally fucking down. His knee is literally down before he does the little roll and all this other shit. Because that shit would have put us in field goal range. And Shit, all Matt Prater got to do is just kick the game-winning field goal. And guess what? The score would have been the exact same, 33-30. Like, bro, that shit was literally a need that, yo, bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. You can't. You just can't. You can't make this shit. You can't make this shit, bro. You just can't make this shit up, bro. You just can't. You literally can't, bro. And then I'm going to show you the other one. Hold on a minute. Because I'm going to show you the other one. Now, the other not James Cook. The other, there's so many Cooks, bro. The other Brandon Cooks shit. Now, this one, I don't know how the fuck the NFL is just this stupid, bro. Like, look at this bullshit here, bro. Jared, hold on. Okay, hold on. This shit's going way too fast. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Give me a minute. Come on, share, dick. Scan StreamYard. Let me put this in full screen. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me put this in the full screen light. I actually like this. Not gonna lie. I don't know why I don't do this more often. All right, now watch this bullshit. Clearly pass interference. Literally holding on to his fucking arm. Clear pass interference, bro. Clear pass interference, man. Holding on to his jersey, arm, everything. Clear pass interference. Clear pass interference. And they didn't even call it. You're right. You're right, YTC. Yo, no, by the way, shout out to my boy YTC. You know, he's a Giants fan and all. So shout out to him and all. And go check out his channel and all. He does some great content there. But yeah, they didn't even call that shit. But you know what they did call, people? You know which fucking pass interference call they did call? They call these pass interference calls right here. And I'm going to show you it. Going to the fucking full screen every time I go on here. Shit's stupid. All right, hold on. Let me pause this real quick. Pause. Get this video speed. This one's in good quality, though. I'll tell you that for much. All right. Now, these fucking zebras here. These bullshit ass zebras. Now, we see the pass interference call up here, right? That wasn't called. But look at the one that was called. Now, what do we see here? Okay. Okay, so we see here is clearly two pass interference calls that, what the hell? Yeah, so we see is two clear pass interference calls that one wasn't called and the other one wasn't. And that one was the deciding factor to end the goddamn game. To end the fucking game. I mean, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Realistically, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I mean, like, the dude Ross. I mean, not Ross. Moss. Yeah. Um, Riley Moss, right? Because this dude has been getting penalized every year, right? And he was just penalized, and he just had all that holding and shit on Brandon Cooks, right? And he didn't get called. But you call pass interference on Tre'Davious White on Marvis Mims, whatever. And it's like, okay, he got some contact and whatever, but he's not holding onto his arm or doing anything like fucking Moss was, right? Riley Moss was to Brandon Cooks. And you don't call that one on Moss to Cook, but you call the one for Tre'Davious on Marvin. And the Ty Johnson one was just as bad too. Like, that shit was just as bad. Like, are you serious, bro? Like, he made a defensive play and the dude wasn't even touching him or whatever. Like, if you saw that, bro, he wasn't even touching him. He wasn't even, like, Ty Johnson wasn't even touching, bro. He wasn't even touching him. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, those two calls, like, these calls, fuck the Bills. The last couple minutes of the entire game. It did. It did. It started with the Brandon Cooks, and then it translated to us getting the ball. And then, now I understand there was a fuckery on the holding penalty of they could have ended with a safety on us. I saw that. It's like, okay, we got away with that one. But after all that, you know, that shit with the whole INT by Brandon, because, bro, it was fuckery from there on out. Okay? Like, I mean, like, the National Fixed League, man, I mean, like, the more and more they change, man, the more and more they stay the same. I mean, it's like, I mean, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because we can't say that it's Mahomes. You can't say it's Tom Brady. Or even like a Joe Montana back in the day or something like that. I don't know. If you want me to go farther, Terry Bradshaw or Roger Staubach and Bart Starr and Johnny Unitas. Can't say all that. No. The NFL just it's so rigged. It's so fixed. And the shit feels like it's WWE, man. It feels scripted. Because, like, the more and more you watch this sport, the more and more this shit feels more faker than WWE. And you know what's so funny? WWE feels more real than fucking goddamn the NFL it does, than the NFL. Because, yeah, man, Braun Breaker here can fucking goddamn spear the fuck out of goddamn Mahomes, man, and get a 15-yard penalty. Fucking goddamn, I don't know, Carmelo Hayes can, get the defender, get the wide receiver, he can, he could play defensive back and all without no touching, barely even grabbing, whatever, right? And still get flack for it. Like, this game ended with the referees getting involved and deciding the game. It's like, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Now, the referees wasn't the main reason why we lost. I mean, it's how we fucking lost, for the end. But, referees didn't commit 5 turnovers. All right. So that I can't say. The referees had us having 5 turnovers. Okay, that shit was on the offense. But despite the turnovers, this game should have never came down to the yellow flags. Okay, because if you can call PI on White and Johnson, then you gotta call PI on fucking Moss. Because if you would have called PI right there on Moss with Cooks, this game is not going into the overtime. The Bills, because let me tell you what happened. They would have put the Bills right there at the goal line. And I think we would have done the little tush push shit with Josh. And we would have won the game. Because there will be no overtime. We won't be sitting here bitching, moaning, complaining. I won't be sitting, seeing my Corbett look like this, on my screen. And that's that. That's that. But instead, they decided to not throw the flag and, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I understand that there was some throws that Josh Allen did not make at the end of the fourth quarter, like the Dawson Knox thing or whatever. That, oh my God, he overthrew him and all. Yeah, he did. He should have threw a better ball. Not gonna lie, because that would have been the walking in touchdown. Okay, like you know what's so funny, man? Denver. I've been saying it all year, man, about Denver, but bro, the Denver Broncos, bro, they really ain't that damn tough, bro. Because I was not really scared of them whatsoever, bro. And even with those turnovers, when they were up 23-10, you know what's so funny, man? They should have actually lost this game because you was up 23-10 and you let Buffalo crawl right back into the game. And the only thing you really needed help from by beating them was literally the referees by your side. Because I promise you this, had the referees actually refereed actual football games for once and actually threw a flag on Brandon, like on Moss and shit, oh, well, Denver won't be in the AFC Championship game right about now. And yes, turnovers for the Bills. Yes, if we don't have a single turnover, yes, this would have been probably a blowout because it was looking like that before James Cook fumbled the ball. Because we were literally about to score 14 on them in Denver, and James Cook just fumbled the fucking ball. I mean, it was a great play by the defense, but still. I just don't understand this shit, man. I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand, like, these referees, man. It's like, it's not just my team. They do it to everybody else's team as well. Okay? And it's like they pick favorites, they save whoever, bro. And now we got an AFC Championship game between Jarrett Stidham and the winner between Drake May and CJ Stroud. Yeah, because Bo Nix got hurt after the game. Like, he got hurt, okay? And his season is done. Like, he's done. Like, he has no ankle injury. Like, he suffered ankle injury, and now he's done for the rest of the season. So this means that the winner between Houston and New England is going to the Super Bowl next week. Pray and hope it's Houston. Because, I got a little sooner for these damn Patriots fans. They're just as fucking frauds as Denver. Because, I mean, the only thing I will give Denver is that they beat the Super Bowl champions. These pricks in New England, you know what? Don't worry. I will be here for the funeral service when these dudes lose. All right? But if they lose, oh, trust me. Trust me. You'll see me. You'll see me at the goddamn function. Oh man. But yeah, man, the NFL fucked up. Not gonna lie, the NFL really fucked up because, well, you could have had Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game, and now that Josh Allen's no longer in the tournament, and Bo Nix's season is completely done. Now you got Stidham against whoever between Drake May and CJ Stroud. And it might be Drake May. But then again, they might give it to CJ Stroud. I don't know what's gonna happen because I don't know what's gonna happen in New England. They're the first game of the day. So it is what it is. So I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. Because this shit just shifted gears for the AFC Championship game next week. Because it was looking like, okay, Knicks got us. He beat Allen, so it might be him in May. But now that he ain't there, I don't know. They might go with CJ Stroud. Shit, I fucking will, because it's gotta be a road team winning the goddamn divisional round. I don't think every single home team is gonna win the divisional round, okay? Because it's usually one road team that wins, and the rest of the home teams win. Okay, like that's why I thought that we could have won, because the only two. Because let me tell you something. There's only two teams that's capable to winning on the road going into this division round. That was us and the Rams. Now that we're out, well, it could be the Rams, but then again, it could be Houston. And nobody fucking believed it was going to be fucking goddamn San Francisco, okay? And no one will believe that shit, okay? Because they shouldn't even won in Philly. But, Philly has their own issues. It's what it is. So now that Buffalo's gone, now it's like, okay, well, who's gonna win on the road? Is it gonna be Houston now, since now Bo Nix is out? Or is it gonna be Drake May and he just get an easy pass to the Super Bowl? And then for the Rams and the Bears, I don't know, man, because I don't know who I'm picking the Rams to win that game, but hey, man, you never know with Chicago, man. You never know with Chicago. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Caleb Williams coming out the draft, but I'll say this: he's been all right for the most part. I think he's translating into being another premier superstar, along with the Lamars, Allen, Mahomes, and Burrows of the world. So I don't know. He could be the fifth best quarterback down the line if you think about it, because, well, Jalen Hurts is a clown. Jalen Hurts is just bad. So we already know about that. Justin Herbert's a fucking fraud. Okay, this motherfucker. You want to talk about somebody who can't get it done in the fucking postseason? Have you not seen? Yo, this motherfucker cannot get shit done, bro. Did you not see him, bro, last week, bro? This dude put up 3 fucking points, bro. 3 points. 3 points. I mean, like, are you serious? In a game that you should have won, realistically? Man, get out of here, bro, with this whole Justin Herbert shit. I'm so done with Justin Herbert, bro. He is a quarterback that's probably never going to win a Super Bowl. This dude can't even win a fucking playoff game, bro. This dude can't even win a fucking playoff game. So, no, it can't be Herbert. No. CJ Stroud's too inconsistent. Okay? And Drake May and fucking Bo Nix they're also fucking goddamn not that good. Okay, they're literally the same quarterback. Okay, literally both of them are the same quarterback. They both wear the same number, like, for real. All right, they're both inconsistent as hell. Well, more so Bo Nix. All right, and like, man, that game both carried by their fucking defenses. So, like, ain't nobody believe in them, bro. Okay, like, Drake May, get the fuck out of here, bro. They're just there because, Mahomes and the rest of them ain't there, okay? So that's all. That's all they're doing, bro. Okay, they're gonna have the little 1 year wonder, and then next year they're gonna both fall off a fucking cliff. Okay, that's what's really about to happen. Okay, like the New England, Denver, bro. They ain't gonna fucking make it this damn far ever again, bro. Okay, this is gonna be a one-time thing, and then next year everything will go right back to like the way it was. Okay, Buffalo will win the division, Kansas City will win the division, and who knows with the AFC North. Okay, now that Tomlin and Harper are gone, who knows? Who knows? But we'll talk about that in a whole nother live stream. Okay. Cause this live stream is about my team only, man. I know I went a little bit overboard, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, losing sucks, don't get me wrong. It does. So it is what it is. I do not blame his loss on Sean McDermott though, by all means necessary. I understand that he's not the everyone's favorite guy in the Bills Mafia community. Don't get me wrong. I mean, McDermott has his own fuck ups too, but I don't blame him on this loss. I didn't even blame him on the loss last year in the AFC Championship game against Kansas City. So yeah, man, I don't blame Sean McDermott at all for this. I don't. I blame it on. I have to blame it on Josh. Okay, I do. Cause Josh, I mean, he turned over the ball. You know? Although, yes, there were some of them that was like, okay, like the only one I could really blame him for is literally the first one. Cause it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, dude, literally, what the fuck are you doing? Okay? But like the second one, it's like, okay, that's a football move. The third one, it's like, It's like if you go, it's like it's 50-50. You could say, yeah, you could say both. Okay, but it's like you look at the replay, it's like, okay, Curtis Samuel is open. It's just that the DB just made a better play. Okay, he just had good vision. And the last one, I mean, that's not on fucking Josh. That one is clearly not on fucking Josh because Brandon Cooks caught the fucking ball. His knee was fucking down. Okay, so that one is not on Josh. Okay, that shit was a bullshit fucking goddamn call. Okay, the other three you can say, yeah, that's on him, but these other ones, but that last one though, no, absolutely not, no, because Brandon Cooks caught that motherfucker ball, and his knee was fucking down before he rolled, and the defender, like the defender, don't even have the shit in his fucking hands. That's how bad that fucking call is. Yes, a lot of people's gonna be shitting on Josh in the media, rightfully so. But they're also going to talk about that fucking goddamn call and these penalties and on those pass interference calls as well. They're going to be talking about all that shit. So yeah, Josh is not getting scot off free. But besides all the turnovers, he still brought us back in the game. Okay? It's just what it is. And we lost the game because of turnovers. Now, this whole turnover bullshit did start with James Cook, so that's another motherfucker, dude, who just... I mean, look, I love James Cook and all, but dude, this dude has a fumbling problem. He might have more of a fumbling problem than Josh does because his fumbles will be coming at the worst time. It's like, it be happening once we start scoring. It be happening once the Bills start to get it going. It be having at these scoring drive plays, and we're about to like score and shit. He just be fumbling at the worst time. Okay, at least Josh Allen's fumbles, well, not the first one, but the second one, at least it makes sense. At least it makes sense. You know? Like, what are we talking about here, bro? You know? So yeah, James Cook, he also has to do better too. And the defense, I mean, look, I understand the defense has their injuries and shit, but at the end of the day, man, we did let Bo Nix score a fucking touchdown like 4 minutes ago. Yeah, I understand Tre'Davious White was down and Dane Johnson and all, but it's like you still let that shit happen. So like, yeah, the defense, I mean, like, once again, the defense ain't coming like, this Bills defense, bro. I don't know what it is, bro, but it's like they don't be showing up, bro, at all. They just don't. Okay? Like, the one time they ever showed up on defense, bro, was last week, bro, against Jacksonville. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. That was the one time the Bills defense came up clutch. This should have been another one because what's really the difference between Trevor Lawrence and fucking Bo Nix? I just said that about Drake May and Bo Nix. What's really the difference between Bo Nix and fucking Trevor Lawrence? Because he's just as inconsistent as goddamn Trevor Lawrence as well. Like, Trevor Lawrence ain't no. Trevor Lawrence is fucking mid. It's like, is either this dude is being Andrew Luck or is he Jamarcus Russell? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So yeah, this should have been another one. Like, the Bills really should have got after Bo Nix because Bo Nix is not this damn good, bro. Like, once you put pressure on him, bro, he doesn't do shit. Just like Drake May. Once you put pressure on these quarterbacks like Drake May and Bo Nix that don't do shit at all, it's over. Like, it's completely wraps for them. Like, you saw what happened with Drake May when we played him the second time around. We put pressure on him. He didn't do nothing. Just like the Chargers did. Yeah, the Chargers put pressure on him, but it was just that, Justin Herbert is just so fucking goddamn terrible in the damn postseason. So that's all what that is. Shit. I mean, like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? But at the end of the day, y'all, man, we lost this game not because of the referees, even though, yes, the referees did fuck us in the last minutes of the game from the fourth to overtime. But this loss is legitimately because of turnovers, and you just can't win football like that, bro. Okay, when you have 5 turnovers, bro, it's like, yeah, you deserve to lose the damn game. You deserve to lose the damn game. Even though that 5th turnover was the fucking bullshit Brandon Cooks play, that's asterisk as fuck. It's like, like, what can you really do? What can you really do? And the one thing I will say on this is that with Tre'Davious White, of him, unsportsmanlike contact, all that shit, him slamming the fucking him slamming his helmet, bro, in front of the referee and shit. I mean, look, I hope to pray to God him doing that shit did spark something. Because it's like, enough is enough, bro, with the referees, bro. Like, I'm like, these players are so sick and tired of the referees deciding the football games and shit, bro. It's like, man, let them play, okay? Stop throwing a flag on certain fucking plays, okay? Throw the flag on plays that matter, like the Brandon Cooks play, like the Brandon Cooks PI call that should have been called, okay? Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Because you know what? I might as well become referee, bro. I might as well become an NFL referee because I'll be, man, fuck this shit, man. I will save football, bro, if I have to, bro. I will save this shit, bro, okay? I will save the NFL, bro. If I became referee, oh, no, man, I will save this goddamn league, bro, okay? Because everybody will like me, man. Every fan will like me, man, because I will call bullshit right away, bro, because I'm throwing flags, bro, because if that was me, bro, with that Brandon Cooks play, bro, I would have threw a flag and said pass interference on defense, okay? Because I play fair. I don't play bullshit. Okay? The hell? But yeah, man, I hope him doing that, man. I hope it did spark something, bro. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough, bro. I had it with the NFL, bro, with these referees, bro. Okay, they've been costing not just my team, but a lot of teams around the league, bro. Okay, because it's like, how the hell you gonna not throw that, but you gonna throw this other one? Like, what sense does that make? You know? But but yeah, man. You know, you can never depend on the Zebras, bro, because they're always gonna throw the flag for the other team. Okay, but I will say this though: if this game was in Buffalo, oh no, they would have definitely throw that fucking flag. I promise you that they would have definitely throw that goddamn flag between Brandon Cooks and Riley Moss. They definitely would throw a fucking flag on that if that game was in Buffalo. And if the game was in Buffalo, oh no, they damn sure would have said that was a catch. They definitely would have overturned that and said, yeah, that's a catch by Brandon Cooks. They would have. They would have. But since it was in Denver, you know, hey, you know, what can you really do? What can you really do? You know? But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. Look, I'm seeing a lot of people saying Josh is overrated. You know, he can't get it done. He's just not the guy. He's Dak Prescott, apparently so. I mean, like Dak Prescott, how many wins does Dak Prescott has in the playoffs, people? Like what, 2? Like Dak can't even win in the playoffs, bro. Dak doesn't have an MVP. He doesn't have no conference championship appearances, bro. Like, bro, you want to talk about someone that can't get it done, bro? I mean, Dak can never get it done. Like the all-star team that he has around him, man, please, that man can't even get it done, bro. I mean, like if Josh Allen was on the Cowboys instead of him, Cowboys would have had a Super Bowl right about now. And please. Dak Prescott. Man, get the fuck out of here. Shit. I don't know who the hell my quarterback is will come playoff time. Your quarterback? Man, this motherfucker out here losing the fucking 7th seeds and shit. The hell? Like, that's who Dak is losing to. He's losing to Jordan Loves and, you know, fucking Brock Purdy's of the world. You know? Josh loses to Mahomes and Burrow. Okay? That's it. And I guess, well, Bo Nix is really not it. Okay? But yeah, Bo Nix is way better than Jordan Love and fucking Brock Purdy. I'll give him that. Same thing with Drake May. I'll give him that. You know? But yeah, man. So like a lot of people calling him overrated because, well, apparently, see, and this is why, and this is where I'm gonna say right here, okay? First of all, this was not the Bills' best chance to win a Super Bowl, okay? Because do you understand how hard it is to win 3 straight playoff games on the road? On the road, it's hard. It's hard. It's not everyone can do it. Okay, not everyone can do it. I don't think Mahomes can win 3 playoff games in a row. Okay, I mean not 3 playoff games in a row, but winning 3 playoff games on the road. Okay, I don't think he could do it. Okay, I know Tom Brady did it. I know he did it, but that's just Tom Brady. Eli Manning has done it. Okay, like I mean, yeah, there's been some quarterbacks to do it, but look at their rosters compared to Josh Allen's roster. Okay, like Josh Allen doesn't have no Mike Evans, no Plaxico Burrows, you know, Mario Manningham, you know, Chris Godwin, Gronkowski, Tiki Barber, the list goes on and on and on. He doesn't have all that on his team. If he did, then yeah, the Buffalo Bills could have won this game. They could have, won this game with those guys, but he don't have those guys. And he should have won this game, besides the turnovers he had, with the group of guys he had. I mean, he went into Denver and they put up 30 points. He went into Denver, Colorado, and he put up 30 points. Not a lot of teams can say that. And he had, 3 touchdowns and nearly 300 yards on one of the best defenses in the league, not named Seattle and Houston. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, come on, man. Man, look, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But he's not fucking overrated. I understand the man did not get it done. But dude, he wasn't gonna go nowhere with this fucking roster. Because I'm telling you right now, had we fucking won the whole shit, this would have boosted this fucker's ego of Brandon Bean even more than it was just last April. Because I could just imagine it right now. Because had the Bills won this game, as they should have, and they would have played either New England or Houston, and would have won in one of those goddamn stadiums, in Houston or in Foxborough, and they would have won and went on to the Super Bowl to play either the Rams, the Bears, and Seattle, and beat one of them. Oh, you know what Brandon Bean would have fucking said after the 2026 NFL draft? And he doesn't draft another wide receiver to help out his quarterback, he would have sat here and said, "Oh, well, we just won a Super Bowl without no number one wide receiver. Normally, did you not see how Josh Allen put the team on his back with the wide receivers that we had a year ago, all the way to a Super Bowl in Santa Clara?" That's what he would have done, because it would have boosted his fucking ego even more than it is right now. Like, dude, Brandon B got one of the biggest egos I have seen from a GM. Because had he not have Josh Allen, his ass would have been undeployed. Same with McDermott. They'll be goddamn in McDonald's or doing commercials for William Tarr right about now. Selling cars. And fixing my goddamn pipes. Like, man, the reason why these two even got jobs is because of the man on my goddamn screen right about now. Because without him, guess what, people? The Super Bowl window is closed. It is closed. And that leads me to my next point. The Bills Super Bowl window is not close, okay? Like, y'all been saying this shit for the last couple of years. Y'all been wrong, okay? The Bills has been, I understand they haven't gone there. I understand they haven't gone to the Super Bowl just yet, but the window's not close. Because are we seeing the same thing about the Bengals with Joe Burrow? Are we seeing the same thing with Lamar Jackson with the Ravens? I mean, like, why is it every time when Josh Allen loses a game, he's the one talking about his Super Bowl windows closed? Meanwhile, you got Burrow and Lamar, who also don't do shit whatsoever in the postseason. And at the moment they lose, oh, well, they'll be back, next year. They got to do this, and that, et cetera, et cetera. And no one talks about their windows closing. But when Josh Allen loses, oh, his window is closed. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we legitimately doing here? Okay, like for real, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So Lamar Jackson, Burrow loses a playoff game. Their Super Bowl win was not close. But Josh Allen loses a playoff game. His Super Bowl win was close. Like, make it make sense. Is it close or not? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we legitimately doing here? Okay, because they're saying this was his best chance to win a Super Bowl because there's no Mahomes, there's no Burrow, there's no Lamar. First of all, let me tell you something right now, okay? There's no of his peers there. First of all, let's just make thing one clear. Let's just make excuse me. Let's just make one thing clear, okay? I'm going to start with Joe Burrow, okay? Joe Burrow hasn't been to the playoffs in 3 straight seasons. He hasn't been back to the playoffs in 3 straight seasons. The last time we saw Joe Burrow in a playoff game, he lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Yes, they got robbed in that one because, they gifted the Chiefs a 5th down, okay? And, and Joe Burrow just blew it at the end, okay? Like, it was 3rd and 3, and he just got sacked out of field goal range, okay? I mean, like, what the hell? So, like, Joe Burrow, yeah, he beat Josh, but let's be honest here, people. The reason why they only beat the Bills is because, first of all, let's be honest. I had a terrorist as my offensive coordinator, and the Bills were completely done. After the whole Damar Hamlin debacle in Cincinnati, the team was cooked. There was no fire in their eyes. They just ran out of gas. Okay, it was just so hard for a team to keep playing football after one of the most bizarre experience that the NFL has ever seen, ever. Okay, that a player went down, couldn't breathe, and completely died, and it came right back to life. Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, man. Like, do you really expect that team to, like, keep on going, bro? Like, they just experienced a man died on a football field in front of a whole live audience on national TV on prime time. Like, come on, man. Like, of course they were gonna lose. I just didn't think they were gonna lose the way they did. Okay, that's all. So that's what I was so frustrated with, because y'all all see my live stream video. That was probably, I've been said that was like one of the best live stream videos I've ever did. When the Bills lost to the Bengals. So, yeah. They said, oh, you were funny, this and this and that. I laughed, da-da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah. But come on, man. Like, come on, man. You just gotta be honest with yourself, man. Like, the Bills wasn't gonna go nowhere. We weren't. Just call what it is. And this whole Lamar Jackson shit. Now, I understand Lamar Jackson is loved by, he's not loved by everybody, but he's loved by everybody on social media. Okay, it's most definitely Twitter. Okay, but can we just keep it a spade, bro? When has Lamar Jackson ever beaten Josh Allen in the postseason? Like, when has Lamar Jackson ever ended the Buffalo Bills season? Every time that they went against each other in the playoffs. Because a lot of people keep saying, well, Josh can't get over the Mahomes hurdle, this and this and that. Well, can y'all keep that same energy when it comes to Lamar Jackson not getting over the Allen hurdle? Because this dude, Lamar, can't beat Josh Allen in the playoffs. Every time he sees Josh Allen, he always loses. Okay? He always loses to Josh Allen. Okay? When it matters the most, Lamar Jackson always loses to Josh Allen. Okay? Like, he's 0-2 against him all time in the playoffs. What do I mean? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So, like, saying, like, I understand, yes, Lamar Jackson is indeed a threat. He is indeed a threat to beat us in the playoffs. Okay? But he's never beaten us in the playoffs. He's never done it. He's never done it. Okay? So, like, I don't know what you want me to do about that. I don't know what you want me to do about that. So, that's what I gotta say about that. Okay? Like, he can't beat Josh. Okay? So, like, that's what I gotta say about that. And Mahomes, we already know about Mahomes. Okay? We don't have to discuss about that. All right, we already know the record. Eventually, Josh will get past Mahomes, and we'll see what happens there. Or you know what? Actually, you know what? That's actually gonna. Actually, no. Hold on. I'll get to that. After I get done with what I gotta say about this. But yeah, man. Like it's just so founding to me. Like they think that this was our best chance to win it all, when 3 of the top quarterbacks of the AFC wasn't there. Well, let me tell y'all something right now. You can't blame Josh Allen for Mahomes, Lamar, and Burrow for not making it to the postseason. It's not Josh Allen's fault that them 3 can't win enough games. It's not Allen's fault, because I tell you this. The only reason why neither of them ain't in the playoffs is because of Josh Allen. You know? Josh Allen beat every single one of them this season. He beat Lamar. He had the epic comeback in the regular season to open up the season. Okay. Then he beat Mahomes. And then he came back against Burrow in the snow and beat him. So, like, yeah, y'all talking about, oh, well, Lamar, Burrow, and Mahomes ain't there, this and this and that and all. You know. Well, guess what? You know why they're not there? It's because of Josh Allen. He beat all 3 of them this year. No one else can say that. No one else could say that. Josh Allen's the first quarterback to beat Mahomes, Lamar, and Joe Burrow in the exact same season. And they all came in Buffalo. So, like, he's the only one. He's the only one to beat all of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. Mahomes didn't do it. Burrow didn't do it. Lamar didn't do it. Only Josh. Only Josh. So, like, man, so, like, y'all saying it was our, like, I understand. There's not one of them. I get it. No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar. I get it. There's only Lawrence, May, Herbert, Nix, Stroud, and shit. I mean, the only one I could have probably see that was really a threat was old man Rodgers. I understand the man's old and washed up, but Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day, regardless of what. Okay? So, like, come on, man. What are we talking about? So, yeah, man. This was not the Bills' best chance to win the Super Bowl. Okay? So, like, people saying, oh, well, this was your best chance to win it, and y'all blew it, this and this and that, da 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 da. It really wasn't, because what the hell do you think that makes you think that the Buffalo Bills, that Josh Allen was gonna drag this fucking the weakest Bills team since his rookie year? Does no one ever realize this was the worst Bills team that he's had surrounding around him since his rookie season? and he was nearly this close to get back to the AFC Championship game. Like, it's really funny because Josh Allen had this lackluster roster around him. And he went into Denver. Fuck the turnovers. He put up 3 fucking touchdowns to one of the best defenses in the National Football League and put up 30 and should have won. With a lackluster roster like this. I mean, like, what are we talking about? Like, Mahomes can't fucking say that. Don't give me that bullshit from 2023. Okay, you had Travis Kelce and fucking Andy Reid, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit. All right, and you had the best defense in all. Whoa, excuse me, one of the best defenses on football. Okay, that year. Okay, don't give me that bullshit. Okay, Josh Allen. I mean, like, come on, man. He had a lackluster team around him. And he should have won. He should have won. He should have won. But when you turn over the ball so many times, man, I mean, hey, man, you deserve to lose. You deserve to lose. You deserve to lose. So that's what I gotta say about that. Now to what I was gonna say when I was talking about Mahomes. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And this is to the Bills Mafia. Look, I understand that losing to the Broncos suck. I understand that. We're all frustrated. We're all sad. We're all crying. This and this, that. Even Josh is crying. I mean, I've never seen Josh Allen really that emotional before. I really haven't. But this one really hurt him. People are saying, oh, they knew this was their best chance. This and this and that. You seen Deion Dawkins crying, and I'm like, yeah, I want to cry too. But this, by any means necessary, was not like y'all best chance to win it. Okay, I understand the Bills. They saying, look, I'm getting reports from Bills reporters that this was one of the most emotional Bills locker rooms after a loss that they've ever witnessed, because they believe this was their best shot. I don't believe this was their best shot. I'm gonna be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I did say we wasn't before the season started, but I did say, look, it's either we're getting a number 1 seed and hosting the AFC Championship game, okay? Because it's the final year of Hardmark Stadium. I think that, I thought that, the Bills could have went on a run. They could have made today's championship game. This and this and that. I said nothing about a goddamn Super Bowl. Okay? I didn't even talk about Super Bowl a year ago. Okay? In 2024. The last 2 seasons, I did not talk about no goddamn Bills Super Bowl victory. I didn't because this team was going from Stephon Diggs into a whole new phase, starting the second jump of Josh Allen's career in Buffalo. Okay, like you got rid of Poyer. Well, Poyer's still on the team, but what I'm saying is that you got rid of some of the cornerstone players, from Josh Allen's first phase with the team. Okay, and now that Josh has matured and have that veteran leadership and all, I mean, now it's his team. Now it's essentially his team, So yeah, and he's the face of the franchise, so it is what it is. And I said, look, this is gonna be look like a retooling year, stuff like that, and we'll see what happens. And then lo and behold, during that retooling season of 2024, Josh won MVP. Even though it's a lot of backlash with it, I understand. Okay. But Josh Allen won MVP. Call it what it is. You don't like it? Oh well. And in 2025, I said, look, okay, Josh Allen had great season. Offense was clicking. But I don't think they can do this back-to-back season because I said, look, you can't do what the Kansas City Chiefs did after 2022 when they won the Super Bowl. After Tyreek Hill got traded, and then, the Chiefs, went on a run. Mahomes won MVP. Then he won the Super Bowl. Then Super Bowl MVP. The Chiefs thought, hey, Mahomes, this half this season without Tyreek Hill at the helm. And look what happened. Look what happened to the Chiefs in 2023. Now, I understand they won back-to-back Super Bowls. I understand that. But, I mean, come on, man. The offense wasn't really like that. It really wasn't like that. Even in 2024, it wasn't really like that. And look what happened. They went back to the Super Bowl and they got their asses blown out by Philly in New Orleans. And now look at this season. They don't even make the playoffs. So, yeah. And that's what I was saying about this Bills team heading into 2025. Like, oh, we got, this and this and that. It's like, okay, but where's my number one wide receiver? Where's we're gonna go get somebody like a Chris Olave. Like, what are we doing? Are we drafting somebody? Like, what are we doing here? And these dudes don't do none of that. They don't do none of that. They're having all their faith with Keon Coleman. I'm like, look, and I said this. I'm like, look, I don't believe the dude is a number one wide receiver. He's either going to be a 2 or a 3. Okay? But if he somehow becomes number one wide receiver, then I will shut the hell up and give him his flowers and say I was wrong. And this season, he hasn't even shown that. I mean, the dude's been cut. Not cut. He's been benched so many times this season, bro, okay? Because he wants to do little dances and shit on the field, cookies and all this other shit, okay? I mean, yeah, he had a touchdown today, but he also had a one that was wide open that he dropped. I mean, no defender was on him, and the dude dropped the fucking ball. Yeah, it was a penalty, but he still dropped the ball. Okay? But he had a touchdown. He had a touchdown today. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I think Keon Coleman might be traded this off season. I do. I think he's gonna be traded in 2 months. I really believe so, or maybe in the draft. I don't know. I don't know where to. I mean, could it be Philly? We get AJ Brown, but then again, do you really want to deal with another diva wide receiver in AJ Brown? I don't know. You could trade him to New Orleans to get Chris Olave, but I don't know. The Saints is gonna pull the trigger. I think they want to keep him and build a team around him. So we'll see. And now the kicker here will be this, because I don't know, because if this move happens, then oh my god, the Buffalo Bills are more automatically gonna win the Super Bowl next year. There's this wide receiver in Minnesota, right? And he wears number 18, right? And apparently he wants out as well. Okay? Now he's also showing some little bit of diva tendencies as well. But I don't think it's as bad as AJ Brown. All right, I don't think it's as bad as AJ Brown. So what if the Bills trade Keon Coleman, and in return, we get Justin Jefferson? And that way, it makes up from the trade. Because remember, back in 2020, we traded our first-round pick to go get Stephon Diggs from the Vikings. And that first-round pick of us to send to Minnesota became Justin Jefferson. So what if we rewrite our wrongs and now I understand the whole Stephon Diggs shit. I mean, Diggs to Allen was a beautiful thing, Just sad that things had to end how things ended the way it did, is what it is. But besides all that, but what if we didn't trade Stephon Diggs and we would still kept that first round pick? And we could have had Justice Jefferson on the Buffalo Bills right about now. Well, there's a chance that we can still get him on the Bills. I mean, like, what do we say here? I mean, hey, why not? Jefferson to Buffalo? Why the fuck not? Because hell, that keeps him going to fucking Cincinnati, for crying out loud. Because I know he will. I know he would like to be in Cincinnati with his boys Burrow and Chase and all. We lived their LSU days and shit. But the Bengals are too cheap. They don't know how to build an offensive line around Joe Burrow, so they have to worry about that, and then worry about fixing their defense. So that's another thing. But besides all that, what if the Bills go out their way and go get Justin Jefferson next year? In the offseason. I mean, it would be the most unstoppable duel in the league because I don't think nobody in the AFC will fucking stop Josh Allen and Justin Jefferson on the Saxon squad. I don't think so. I don't think so because Josh Allen paired with Justin Jefferson, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. That's all I gotta say. I mean, good luck because it will be over for the league if the Bills did a move like that. It'll be over. It will be over for the NFL because guess what? The Bills will definitely go to the Super Bowl and win that shit. Tell you that for much. I will tell you that for much. Mm-mm-mm. But hey, that's this scenario that I had that hey, what if it does happen, But I don't think it's gonna happen though. I think the other two is more realistically, and I think another one that could possibly happen. I think this one's more realistic. Is another rewrite our wrongs and getting Brian Thomason Jr. from the Jaguars. Now I understand that sounds a little bit, expleet, even though we ended their season just a week ago. But but I mean, that was the wide receiver that I wanted us to go get in 2024. So that was the wide receiver I wanted us to go get because if Brian Thomason was on the Bills right about now, I mean he kind of is merging as one of the best receivers in the league, but he definitely would have been already probably in the top 5, had he been in Buffalo instead of Jacksonville, So it is what it is with that. And I do think he's going to get traded most likely this year. So, be on the watch out for that because, I would love to have Brian Thomason on the Bills right about now, because I just feel like the Bills, this got the wire. They really fucked up with the Keon Coleman shit. I'm not going to lie. They really did because they should have traded up to go get Brian Thomason, honestly. And they didn't do that. So they decided to trade down. Then, they traded with the Chiefs. And oh my God, Chiefs got Xavier Worthy, all this other shit. And, Xavier Worthy is just as bad as goddamn Keon Coleman. So it is what it is. So, yeah. But that's another wide receiver that I want the Bills to go after this offseason as well. If the other three don't work out, Brian Thomason Jr. So, yeah, I mean, like, look, all of these, Thomason Jr., Jefferson, Brown, Olave, bro, I would be happy with all of them. Shit, I wish I could have all 4 of them on my goddamn squad right about now. But you can't have them all. You can only have us one. Okay? So, that's what I want us to go do is go get a wide receiver, a legitimate number 1 wide receiver, honestly, because Brian Thomas Jr. is obviously the number 1 receiver on Jacksonville. So, it is what it is. And no, Bills fans, no. Jalen Waddle, no. It's not happening. No. The Dolphins will never trade. See, this is what I don't understand, right? With Bills fans in general, that they think that the Miami Dolphins are one of our bitter rivals, okay? Was going to trade one of their best players to us and have them let us, have us continuing on to own them. Okay? Because I got news flash for y'all, man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like, I don't see the Bills and Dolphins doing some fucking trade and go get Waddle. I understand the Dolphins are about to be in a rebuild. Okay, they're legitimately are in a rebuild. They are legitimately in a rebuild. Okay, I get all that, but they're not trading one of their best players to one of their most hated rivals. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's like the Ravens trading Lamar Jackson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, you just don't do that. You just don't do that. Okay, because the equivalent of that is, well, I know this wasn't a trade, but I'm just saying. The equivalence of that is Saquon Barkley leaving the Giants to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. Or most recently, Stephon Diggs getting traded from Buffalo to Houston and leaving Houston to go to New England. To just go, fuck with us. Just to mess with us. That's the equivalence of that. Of Waddle coming to Buffalo. Okay? Like, it's not happening. I don't see it happening. Would I want Jalen Waddle on the Buffalo Bills? Absolutely. But he's too more injury prone than Christopher Alva. And that's another thing I don't understand. How the hell y'all don't want Christopher Alva because, oh, well, he got too many concussions and all. And yeah, this dude, Jalen Waddle, has been having hamstring injuries and shit since the moment he came into the NFL. Like, from the moment the dude came into league, bro, he had injury problems already, dating back to his Alabama days. Chris Olave didn't even have like no injury history, at least I think so, before coming into the league. The reason why he only had all those concussions is because, he had a bum and Derek Carr throwing him hospital balls. And that's how he got those concussions. So, like, I don't understand the logic with you. You're okay with having one injury-prone player on our team, but not okay with the other one. Like, make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense, people. Okay? Like, fuck out of here. Like, look. The only way I could see Waddle coming to Buffalo is that he has to be a free agent. That's all. That is the only way I could see Jalen Waddle becoming a Buffalo, is that he has to be a free agent. Okay? Because I don't see the Dolphins train this dude in the AFC. I see him train in the NFC, but not the AFC. Just not gonna happen. Now that does sound a little bit splicky with the Brian Thomason shit too, but I don't know. I don't know. There's an NFC team you could really try. I don't know. I don't know what team he could really be on in the NFC. I mean, what if the Eagles lose AJ Brown? That's the next best guess for them to go get Brian Thomason Jr. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. But it is what it is. But that being said, though, the 4 wide receivers I want the Bills to go after this all season is Olave, Brown, Thomason Jr., and Jefferson. Now, Jefferson's a little bit stretchy, but I think his time in Minnesota might be over. It might be over because he really kind of won out, man. I think he really won out. Okay? So, I don't know, but hey, that's a pipe dream. I mean, well, technically all 4 is all pipe dream, but hey, man, it is what it is. It's that who's going to be Josh Allen's new number 1 wide receiver? Is it going to be Allen to Oliver? I mean, Olivan, Allen to Brown, Allen to Jefferson, or Allen to Thomason Jr.? I don't know. So we're going to see. And also, I also want this dude, Brandon Bean, to not only, if you somehow get one of these 4, also go draft me a wide receiver too, because I know you. Because, you think that, oh yeah, I got another wide receiver. Okay, now go give me another one in the goddamn draft. The hell? Go give me another one in the goddamn draft. And he better be a good one. Shit, hell, it could be a diamond in the rough. Okay, in the later rounds, like a Khalil Shakir. Diamond in the rough. Okay, because I know how Brandon Bean thinks, man. Because he thinks that he could do one move and now continue to do another move going into the draft. So no, go get me a wide receiver in free agency, but also go get me one in the draft as well. I mean, like, what the hell? I mean, do y'all understand that Josh Allen's never played with a first round wide receiver? He's never played with a first round wide receiver. He's never had a drafted first round wide receiver on his team. We have never drafted a wide receiver in the first round during Josh Allen's run in Buffalo. That's a GM problem. Okay? I mean, like, you give him one offensive player in the first round, that was a tight end. And he could barely stay on the goddamn field. Yeah, he was there. Don't get me wrong, he had a touchdown, but still. And yes, and that's what I was talking about when I was talking about earlier. I'll get to Brandon Bean later, because this is the later thing. Because this is what I want this dude to do this offseason. Like, because the clock is ticking for Brandon Bean. Because if he don't fucking fix this shit within a year, oh buddy, you can pack your bags and get the hell out of Buffalo right about now. And you could take Sean McDermott too, because if you get rid of Brandon Bean, you have to get rid of McDermott. You have to get rid of McDermott too. Because if one guy goes, then the other guy gotta go. Because we're about to have a new stadium, okay? We're about to have a new stadium. And this is why I say this is not the Bills' best chance to win the Super Bowl this year. I think our best chance to win the Super Bowl is these next 2 years. Hell, maybe even 3. Because you have to bring in a wide receiver for Josh Allen. Josh Allen's not getting any younger, okay? He's about to be 30 once the 2026 season starts in September. Okay, that's what, 11 months? No, not 11 months. That's if I do my math, that's what, 8 to 9 months right now. 8 to 9 months right about now. Yeah, hold on. Jesus Christ, you got me goddamn counting months and shit. Hold on. Give me a minute. This won't take long. This will not take long. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. So 8 months. 8 months. Okay, because in 8 months, Josh Allen, well, he won't turn 30 in September, but he'll turn 30 in May, which is 4 months away. Okay. But what I'm saying is that 8 months from now, he will be 30 coming into the new league year. Okay. And I better see a wide receiver on my goddamn squad. I better see a game-changing wide receiver, okay, for my quarterback. Okay? I don't. If you don't do it for free agency, you gotta do it for the draft. That's all. Cause Josh is not getting any younger. Okay, like how many years do you think Josh Allen got for his mobility? Now I understand that he can throw it, but for his mobility, I mean, unless he's turned into John Elway, then it is what it is. Because you got the run game, now we need the passes game, like it once was with Stephon Diggs. Okay, so I need a legit number one wide receiver on my team, and be done with that. Okay. So yeah, and then I need another wide receiver going into the draft as well. So yeah, this is what Brandon Beane needs to do, because we're about to open up a new stadium in about 8 fucking months. Okay? Like we're not playing around, because this fucker about to cost a lot of people money. Okay? So like we gotta bring a Super Bowl. Okay, like the Pagulas is not. I don't think the Pagulas is fucking around, because we just fired our goddamn another doofus ass goddamn GM that Sabres has been claiming to fire for God knows too long, and you fired him. Okay, and the Sabres are looking like a competent team. Okay. Which, by the way, those Bulls lost today as well. Oh my fucking god! And the Lakers lost to the. Ah, my god, this shit's just not my fucking day, huh? It's just not my fucking day, huh? The fucking Sabres lose, the Bills lose, and the fucking goddamn Lakers lose. Like, yo, today is just not my fucking day, huh? Yo, today is just not my day, huh? All 3 of my goddamn teams loses today, huh? Ain't this oh my god. God, why? Just why? Just fucking why, bro? Like, all 3 of my fucking teams lost today, bro. This shit is hilarious to me. This shit is hilarious to me. What the fuck? But yeah, man. Yeah, like the Pagulas ain't fucking around, okay? Like, we need to legitimately bring in. Yeah, they're not fucking around, because I think next year could be Brandon Beane's last year as GM, because if he don't do nothing coming into this off season with an approach on how to fix this fucking team on the offense, and then the defense as well, okay, and then going into the draft as well, then he's out of here. He is out of here by the end of, well, around this time next year. If the Bills have another playoff exit around this time next year, in January in 2027, Brandon Beane is fired. Sean McDermott is fired, because I also believe it will be Sean McDermott's last season as well in Buffalo, because we got a new fucking stadium. We're not, no, this shit is no. This shit is far too gone, bro. No, we don't got time for this shit, bro. We don't. Okay? I'm so sick of seeing the exact same teams and these newer teams in the fucking goddamn dance and shit. And meanwhile, my quarterback gotta be in Cancun every single goddamn year, not at the goddamn show, because of shit like this. Even though today, it's on him, but still, like, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, like I'm tired of seeing this shit. Like, I'm really tired of seeing this sad shit on my quarterback's face every year. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, bro. Like, this shit needs to fucking end by next year, bro, because it needs to end, bro. I need a Super Bowl before I'm gone from this earth, okay? Before I'm gone for this earth, okay? Because without my mama, you won't be getting no Mafia King right about now. Hell, there would have been no Mafia King channel or social media accounts, okay? Or anyone else that knows me outside of social media and YouTube. There won't be no me without my mom, okay, and my father, okay, to talk this Bills, okay, and shit on and shit on everyone else, okay. So that's what I say about that, okay? Because I need a fucking Super Bowl so I could tell my kids that I just need a Super Bowl. That's all. That's all. So I can talk to my kids on what it's like to win. The only thing I could tell them about winning is with the Yankees and the Lakers. That's the only two teams. That's the only four of the teams that's won championship. Is the Yankees and the Lakers. Okay? I need a Bills Lombardi title. I need a Sabres Stanley Cup title. But the Sabres, the Bills are more close to a Super Bowl than the Sabres are to a Stanley Cup. Okay? Because I don't know when the fuck these dudes are going to win. Okay? Hell, they could probably win this year. Who knows? Who knows? Okay? Because the perfect, you know will be the perfect year for me as a sports fan if the Bills, Lakers, Sabres, and Yankees all won the championship around the exact same time in the exact same calendar month year. In the exact same calendar year. That will be the perfect sports. That will be the perfect year for me as a sports fan. Seeing all my four favorite teams win. I mean, the Bills, they're gone, but hey, I still got the Lakers. The Yankee season is about to start real soon. And the Sabres, who knows? They could make a magical run. I don't know. But I don't believe that the Sabres should win before the Bills do. That shit will actually just be like, what the fuck? Like the hockey team won before the football team? Like, what the hell are we doing here? I mean, hell, the lacrosse team, I know some people don't watch lacrosse, but, well, I don't either, but the Buffalo Bandits have 7, and I don't know, they have like 7, NLL, championships. So, they're the only team in both of those that actually won major championships. The lacrosse team that's been here for like 30 years, they have won more than the Sabres and the Bills. That's crazy to me. But hey, at least there's somebody that's winning in Buffalo. I just want the other two to win. Most definitely this team, and most definitely this football team. And then the hockey teams can win. Because once the Bills win the Super Bowl, then we're just counting on the Sabres to win. That's all. But that shit might be a little bit more time for them because the Sabres, it is what it is with the Sabres. It is what it is with the Sabres, okay? But hey, they could make the playoffs because then I could fucking go out to Jets fans, and saying, ha 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 ha, you got now you motherfuckers got the most longest playoff drought in all North American sports. And fuck the Jets. All right, that's another team. That's another team that's gonna prosper shit. All right. I mean, yeah, look, people can make fun of my team all they want, but thank God I'm not a Jets fan because shit, I would rather deal with this than dealing with what the hell they got with the Jets, bro. Because oh my God, bro. Like, I mean, like the season's already over before it even starts. Like, you feel me? So it is what it is. But yeah, man. Like, I just need a Bills Super Bowl and Stanley Cup so I could tell my kids and then my grandkids in the future, 50 years from now, that that what was like to see the Bills, the Lakers, and the Yankees and Sabres win, and then telling them, and then them asking me, you know, Grandpa Mafia King here, that you know, which one made you more, which one of the four made you more emotional? And I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Bills, because the Bills has went through a lot of heartbreaks. You know, we lost 4 straight Super Bowls. Now your grandpa wasn't born when that happened, but I saw 13 seconds. I saw Rights Part 2. Then I saw this debacle in Denver. You know, and then the next year they won. You know, they conquered Mahomes, and then they went on in LA and win. So it is what it is with that. So yeah, like the Bills was the most emotional one. The second one was probably the Lakers after the whole Kobe Bryant death tragedy in 2020. You know, because after Kobe died, you know, the Lakers, you know, we were good, and you know that 17 title meant a lot more, because you know we lost one of the greatest players ever played for the franchise. You know, and then probably the Yankees, because you know it took us 15 years to finally win another one. You know, after heartbreaks and shit, and getting cheated out by the Astros and shit. You know, et cetera, et cetera. You know, it is what it is. And then the Sabres. I mean, hey, I don't really pay attention to hockey, but hey, they're a Buffalo team at the end of the day, man. So I'm just happy that they finally got one. You know, after them not having no go, you know, et cetera, and they finally ended the heartbreak. So yeah, that's all. That's why I will be saying that the Bills will be the most emotional one, because I will be crying. Hell, I'll be crying once they actually make it to the Super Bowl. You know? So yeah, but when they win it, oh man, I'm gonna be crying my eyes out, man, because it's like finally, like it's about, like I don't have to hear about no damn 0-4 no more, you know, or we're never gonna win, you know, like thank God. And then I don't know, and then after that, hell, if the Bills go win another couple one, then I'm like, oh shit, what really is that fucking franchise, huh? You know what I'm saying, man? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Next year though, I don't think I think that this is gonna be Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane's last years in Buffalo. Okay, because it's time to put up and shut it up, bro. Okay, you have to go all in. You have to. You can't go another all season without no true playmaker. You just can't. You just can't. Because that's 3 years in a row. I gave you a pass in 2024. I can't give. I barely am. I am barely giving you a pass for this year alone. Okay, but next year I'm not giving you no passes. Okay, because 3 strikes, you're out. Okay, so yeah, man. No, it's time to surround the talent around Josh, because Josh is not getting younger. He is about to be 30. The man is going to be a father real soon, because he's going to be a father by the end of the year. Okay, whenever you know, Haley and them have the baby, you know, don't know it's a boy or a girl, but you never know. Okay, so yeah, that's all. But yeah, it's time to surround Josh Allen with a fucking team. Okay, it is. It is. It is. So yeah, yeah. So that's what I want Brandon Beane to do. Go give me a number wide receiver, and then in the draft, go give me another one, and fix this fucking defense too. But then again, every time I say that, every time we say that, Bills Mafia, this dude go get like wash up defensive players. He don't get no younger ones, you know, and then in the draft, he be drafting these undersized, these raw, like, man, go get a more established, poised one, okay? Stop getting these raw talent ones. Stop thinking that you could, like, I understand. He thinks because he got Josh and he think because Josh is blossoming on that. Oh, well, if he could blossom into this great player, then I think these other players can. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, man. Not everybody is gonna be Josh Allen. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah. So yeah, man, go get me actual defensive players. Okay. So yeah, that's another thing. Okay, and also revamp this offensive line as well. Okay. So I mean, like, there's a lot of things Brandon Beane has to do this offseason, bro. Okay, because he has a lot to work to do. Okay, and it starts with the offense. Okay, giving me some wide receivers. Okay. So yeah. And another thing, speaking about the coaching staff, Joe Brady, um, it was a good one. All right. Um, wish we could have won it with you, but wherever you go, man, hey, I wish you the best of luck. Okay. Because this was, I believe this game was Joe Brady's last game as a Bills offensive coordinator. Because I do think he's going to take the head coaching job. I don't know in the NFL or in college because, Michigan is still open. The Michigan job is still open, Mr. Brady. So you can always take that one. So yeah, because LSU is gone. Because I thought he was gonna go to Penn State or LSU, but those jobs have already been taken. But the Michigan job is not. So yeah. So I don't know where he goes though. I don't know if he's gonna become a head coach in the NFL. I hope it's in the NFC, by the way. And yeah. And as for Bobby Badich, get the fuck off my team. Okay, because the reason why this defense was so fucking bad was because of your ass, and Sean Montgomery had to take over the fucking play calls from your ass. So you could either get the fuck off my team or get back to being a linebackers head coach. Excuse me, the linebacker coach. Okay, because that's the only thing you're good for. Okay, and now this is where I will address who the hell we could get. Now, if Joe Brady does leave, this might open the door for. Now, I do believe this could happen. Mike McDaniels coming to the Buffalo Bills as the new Bills offensive coordinator. Take a little dig at Miami. Now, I believe that could happen. I believe that's the only person we could get from Miami. Is Mike McDaniels. And I believe that, Mike McDaniels with Josh Allen, he could unlock some things with Josh, and he could unlock this Bills offense as well. Okay? So, yeah. Because I do believe that he's a better offensive coordinator than the head coach. Some guys are just better when they're at it. I think that Josh McDaniels is better offensive coordinator than the head coach. I believe that Mike McDaniels is a better offensive coordinator than the head coach. I believe that Aaron Glenn is a better defensive coordinator than a head coach. So there's only a few that's only good for being good for both, and that's only your Bill Belichick, your Bill Belichick's, your Andy Reid's, your Sean McVay's, and your Kyle Shanahan's, and even Pete Carroll. I understand that the season he had, but let's be honest here. Pete Carroll is still one of the greatest head coaches to ever coach this game. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. But the rest of them, not so much. Not so much. Okay. So that's what I gotta say about that. And yeah. So I mean, I would bring in Mike McDaniels because he's on the, he's on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Well, not on the hot seat, but he's like the the hottest name out there, I will say, for getting for pairing your quarterback with him, whereas head coach or offensive coordinator. So, but him with Buffalo, I mean, why not? I mean, like it's to take a dig at Miami. Well, because why not? Why not just go to the team that you can't beat? Like they always say, can't beat them. Why not join them? You know what I'm saying? So like Mike McDaniels would be the perfect offensive coordinator if Joe Burrow bounces and he pairs up with Josh Allen. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen to the running game and shit, but I do know that the passing game, oh yeah, that shit about to be fired. That shit'll be fired with Mike McDaniels calling plays and shit, and him having Josh Allen as a quarterback. Oh no, that shit'll be fucking fire as hell. It would. It would. So yeah. And for the defensive side, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure who would be my defensive corner. I mean, the one guy I do want, but I think he might be a head coach, would be Brian Forrest. Now, that guy, I will say, will be the next. Now, he most definitely is a head coach. I will say that. It sucks what happened with him with Miami. Because, apparently Tua didn't like how the way that, Brian Forrest treated him and shit, that soft-ass quarterback, whatever. But I do think that Brian Forrest, though, would be actually a good head coach with the right type of player. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I will love this dude as my defensive coordinator, though. Oh, I will love it. I will love it. You know how else I will love? Jim Schwartz. But he's still on the Browns, I believe so that can't happen. But hey, he's been in Buffalo before, so hey man, why not come back to Buffalo, reunite, and win the Super Bowl with us? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. I don't know who else is there. I'm hearing this dude from the Chargers, Jesse Minter, whatever. I don't know, man. He might be taking a head coaching job, so who knows? But yeah, man. I mean, these are the candidates I want to bring in for the Bills for offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. If Joe Brady goes take a head coaching job within the NFL or in college, and whatever happens with Bobby Badich and shit, I just pray and hope that we don't give him another year with the defense, because I think that's run its course. Okay, so yeah. And no Davis Webb. I'm sorry, Bills fans. I can't. No. I look. There's some Bills fans out there that think that Davis Webb will be a good offensive coordinator. I've been hearing it from reporters and this and that. Davis Webb will be great with Josh. This and this and no. I can't deal with another Ken Dorsey. No, I don't know what type of personnel that Davis was going to bring to the Buffalo Bills. Okay, we cannot go through that again, just like we did with Ken Dorsey. Okay, we saw how that happened, and look at Ken Dorsey now. Where's Ken Dorsey at? Where's Ken Dorsey at now, people? Out of the league. Like, come on, man. Look what no. It will be Ken Dorsey all over again, and probably way worse. Way goddamn worse. So yeah, no, that's all I gotta say about that. Okay. So no Davis Webb. Okay, he has no experience as an offensive coordinator. Okay, so like no, it's a no for that. No, I don't got time with people that has never coached offense in their lives, thinking that they're gonna do something with it. No, it doesn't work that way, because we tried it with Ken Dorsey and look what happened. Like, the only reason why Joe Brady got the job that he's got with the Bills is because Ken Dorsey was that damn bad. Okay? Like, what are we doing here? But, yeah, so Mike McDaniels will be my ideal offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills if Joe Burrow bounces and goes somewhere else, okay? And I don't know what will we do with the defensive coordinator side. I don't know if they're going to give Bobby Badich another year. But like I said, that has ran its course. I think you should try someone else. Go bring an actual veteran as a defensive coordinator that actually has called defensive shots in this league and see where it goes. Because I don't think I look, McDermott could do both. He did it in 2023. Okay. But that's just too much for him. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just way too much for him. Okay. So like I think McDermott needs a veteran as a defensive coordinator. I mean, here's one. If you want to do a defensive veteran, hell, I mean, I understand the guy is also not the most famous guy in the world when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, but this is also a hot take as well. But Lacy Frazier, I mean, like, to go get back Lacy Frazier. Now, I understand Lacy Frazier is not I understand that he's not the most greatest guy in the world, and he's not with the Bills' good graces, whatever. Okay, with when it comes to defensive coaching, I understand all that. I completely agree with you guys. All right, because I said that Lacy Frazier had to get out, all this other stuff, and he did. But I will say this: it's much better with Frazier as the defensive coordinator than it is with Bobby Badich. Okay, we can agree with that, people. We can agree with that. Because because Lacy Frazier had his issues in the postseason, okay? And it's still showing in the postseason with Badich. So I don't think it's a Lacy Frazier thing. I think it's just a Bills don't have a defensive coordinator calling the right plays in the postseason, okay? That's why I think it is. So yeah. So like we have to go get a veteran defensive play call, I know Brian Flores won't happen, but I would love it to happen. Or hell, what if Vic Fangio came to Buffalo and just say fuck the Eagles and just came to Buffalo? That's another one I would like. He's won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I say about that. With that. So I don't know what they will do for defensive coordinators aside, but offensive coordinator, I think I would like to have Mike McDaniels or someone else that's also coach offensive coordinator, just not somebody like a Davis Webb that's never coached offensive play call in his day in his life. Okay, no, I don't got time for that. I don't. So yeah, man. That's all I gotta say. Or here's another hot take for the offensive side. What if the hometown kid Brian Dable came back? What if now I understand him and McDermott got a lot of heat, a lot of beef with each other, okay? But they both want the same thing, okay? They both want a Lombardi. And Brian Dable is a Buffalo kid. He went to high school here. He graduated here. This and this and that. And what better way to come back to Buffalo and help your hometown team win their first Lombardi title? Now, I understand you and McDermott got a lot of beef, but you both won the sacks, but you both want the exact same thing. We all want the same thing, and that's hosting that Lombardi title in February and bring it to Western New York. So what I'm saying here is that if the Bills brought back Brian Daboll, I mean, there's gotta be a meeting between McDermott, Bean, and hell, even Josh, for crying out loud. Josh gotta be there too. And I believe that Terry Bragola gotta be there. Because this is about, you want to swallow your pride. Now, Josh doesn't have no beef with Dable. He doesn't, obviously. But Josh has to be there too. I just, just because, But there's gotta be swallow your pride moment between McDermott and Dable. Okay, like McDermott wants to run the ball, to run out the clock, and Dable wants to do other shit, which is why the two of them, just broke apart. So yeah, but there's gotta be some like understanding between the two. Okay, like it's Dable's offense, so he has to call the shots, but all this whole getting cute shit and whatever, bro. Like when it's crunch time, you're up, this and this and that, it's time to run out the clock, play it safe, this and this and that, et cetera, et cetera, So, yeah, I mean, there's gotta be a lot of talks between them. Like, they need to have like a 2-hour, maybe 3-hour conversation and shit with what they want to do with the Bills' offense approach and whatever. And they both will have to come to the agreement and, kiss, make up, whatever. And, swallow their pride and whatever. And just focus on what matters the most. And that's bringing this championship home to Buffalo. That's all. So like Dable, I am on the Brian Dable shit of him as an offensive coordinator. I don't know about that coach. I don't know about that because we seen him with the Giants. Okay, now he didn't have no quarterback in retrospective, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe with him and Josh, I don't know. But that's the story for another day. Okay. But offensive coordinator, though, I know what I'm getting with him and Josh. Okay, because this Buffalo Bills passing offense was fucking lethal with Dable at the helm. Okay, so yeah. As for the Russian, not so much. Not so much. Okay, but yeah, man. So like, I'm on the board of bringing Dable back to Buffalo. Okay. Now, like I said, I have a love and hate relationship with the guy, but I can't be shocked what the hell he does. Okay, wherever he calls, I can't be shocked with because it's like it's gonna be typical Dable. Okay, like it's gonna be typical Dable plays. Okay, so like I can't be shocked with what he does. Okay, because I know what the hell I'm getting. Okay. So yeah, the only difference is he won't have Stephon Diggs, he won't have Cole Beasley, he won't have John Brown, Gabe Davis, and all this other shit. Okay. So like yes, but I am on board on bringing back Dabo if they don't get Mike McDaniels. Okay. So that's all I gotta say. But as for the defensive side though, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Okay, because I think it's time to move on from Babbage and bring in somebody else. Okay. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So those are the things I want us to do in the off season. Honestly, is to revamp this whole entire team. Okay, with the roster, the coaching staff, etc. Okay, it's that simple. It's that simple. Okay, and we've been on here. It's like 2:00, man. Holy shit! Like this is my longest stream ever, bro. Well, we usually always go over 2 hours, but we've never been this late before when it comes to live streaming, okay? Because I know some people are in bed. So yeah, but you know what I'm gonna do before I get to because I'm about to end this shit anyways, real soon. Because hey man, it is what it is. So let me. Why the fuck can I not go up? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Why can I not go up? Let's see here. Let's see who comment. Who? There's Jory Francis. Big Jib Entertainment. Oh, yeah. So, by the way, people. Oh, hold on. Hold on a minute. Give me a minute. All right. So, my man, Big Jib Entertainment. So, if you don't know who Big Jib Entertainment is, that's my boy NY Phenom. You know, the guy that I used to do live streams with back in the COVID days and shit. Back when I was a RD 706. Okay. And he's back on YouTube, by the way, people. So, you know, go get him. So subscribe to his channel. You know what I'm saying, man? Go check out his channel and all. You know, doing some great content. You know, he doesn't just do sports, but he also do pop culture topics too. And even like some of the other topics in the world today as well. You know, with rap and shit and other things as well, with movies and TV shows. I'm not sure politics, but you know, then there might be some politics he might throw out there and there. But yeah, he does everything. Okay, so go get my man Big Jib Entertainment a big subscribe and all, and go check out his channel and all. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. And also, speaking of which, Extreme Heat, people. Extreme Heat, our wrestling podcast, man. It's coming on the way. It's coming. We're aiming for March. We're aiming for March, people. Okay. So like, we're aiming for March. Okay, in 2 months and all that we're gonna have Extreme Heat. We already got the artwork. You know, it's some lovely artwork by my man Big Jib. You know, and all we gotta do is just create the channel, create some social media accounts, on Twitter and maybe Instagram, and then yeah, and we'll tell you when the first episode drop. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some WWE and AEW and stuff. I don't know about TNA and New Japan Pro Wrestling or Ring of Honor. But we might throw in some indies as well. So, we might get the spot for the indies. Because, I have a friend, who's doing wrestling and all. So, I will have to get the scoop from him, you know. So yeah. But yeah, so our wrestling pod is coming really, very soon. Okay. We're aiming for March. I don't know the date, but we're aiming for March. Now, if we don't do March, then uh I will make an announcement for that, okay? I'll make a little update on that, okay? Maybe in my next live stream. Well, maybe not. Well, maybe not on my next live stream. Well, yeah, maybe. Because my next live stream will be determining of the Patriots downfall, because we're about to have a funeral service for these motherfuckers, okay? Once the Patriots are eliminated, bro, which it could be today. Could be today. Today is Sunday, okay? Could be today. So if they're eliminated today, I don't think they're losing in Denver to a backup quarterback. But Super Bowl between either Seattle, the Rams, or Chicago, they lose to them. Oh, trust me, I will be here. I will be here after the Super Bowl. Okay. So that's all I gotta say about that, because we're gonna be shitting all over the Patriots. Best you believe. Because those motherfuckers been running their damn mouth all season long. But typical Boston. What else is new? But yeah, I don't think I will talk about Extreme Heat. I don't know. We'll see what I would do. Okay, but I don't know what's gonna happen with the outcome of this game, but you never know. But yeah, man. But yeah, besides all that, man, yeah, Extreme Heat though, our wrestling podcast though, with me, my boy Big Jib, and our boy Nick Robinson, who's called Math, by the way. He also go check him out as well. He's also a rapper as well. Go check him out on Spotify and all that stuff. I think he is on Spotify. I believe so. But not, then go check out his YouTube channel. which has all his album, which has all his rap songs and stuff on that as well. But I think he is on Spotify. I have to talk to Phenom about that, and Mav too. I have to talk to them too about that. It does, I'll ask Nick. I'll ask Nick. It's like, yeah, ain't your music on also on Spotify and whatever, just not YouTube. I have to check, but yeah, go show my boy some love as well. Okay, go show both my boys some love. Okay, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let me read these comics too. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jordan Francis, who's a big Chiefs fan. Let me read this. All right. That profile have me feeling like that sometimes when I pick the Bills to win the game and they let me down. I don't want these disgusting delusional fan bases of Orange and Navy Broncos win. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Man. Yeah, the dude. Yeah, we really let down the Chiefs Kingdom. We really let down Chiefs Kingdom, but don't worry, man. The Broncos ain't winning no Super Bowl, just like the Patriots ain't winning no damn Super Bowl. Okay, like we're good because that brings me on to my next point. Okay. Now, well, actually, let me talk about this Omaha home shit. So, I do believe though that I've been saying the Bills. Okay, so the last 2 seasons, right? I have been saying the Bills wasn't gonna win the Super Bowl because I don't think that we don't got the team yet. Because I think this is a rebuilding / retooling team. So it's gonna take like maybe 2 years to get the team right back to a Super Bowl contending team. I do think they're still a Super Bowl contending team, regardless of the retooling shit and rebuilding. But it's just not enough. So like they have to get talent in order to win. So that being said, I do believe that with us having a new stadium next year, okay, I do believe that, and I understand the schedule I understand that we're gonna have one of the hardest schedules too, because of the teams we play next year. Because we also we do play Denver next year and Denver people, so that's gonna be a game to watch. Same thing with the Chiefs and the Chargers and the Packers and the Chicago Bears and the Rams. Yeah, we play the Rams too. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Patriots and the other 2 teams in the AFCs, okay? Because the Patriots is gonna have a downfall, okay? But besides all that, I do believe that next year the Bills will go to the Super Bowl and win it. Because I believe that the NFL, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, the NFL is gonna have the Bills host a playoff game. Like we're gonna have probably the number 1 seed next year in the postseason, okay? Because I believe that we're gonna win the division next year. Don't get me wrong, okay? We already have that shit on lock, okay? And we're gonna host a playoff game or 2 and outright to a Super Bowl. Because I believe that we will probably play the Patriots in the divisional round next year. And then we will probably play the Chiefs. And then whoever comes out of the NFC next year, we will beat that team in the Super Bowl. Because there's no way the NFL doesn't want playoff games being played in the Bills' new stadium. Like, you're telling me they don't want the Bills to host an AFC Championship game in the new stadium? Come on, man. Like, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourselves, man. You really are. So, like, I believe that, because, look, remember with the Rams, people? Because the Rams are, like, one of the newest stadiums, okay? They're, like, the most recent new stadiums made, okay? Remember in 2021 when the Rams, after COVID and shit, and they brought fans back and whatever to the stands and shit. Remember the Rams won their division and they hosted two. Well, no, I'm sorry. They also hosted the Super Bowl as well. Remember they won against the Cardinals, then they had to go on the road to beat Brady, and then they beat the San Francisco 49ers, and then they hosted a Super Bowl in their building and beat the Bengals. Like, I feel like the same thing is going to happen to the Buffalo Bills, okay? Now, there's no Super Bowl being played in Buffalo next year because, I mean, it's going to be cold and shit. But you never know. Never know. But I do believe that we're going to host the AFC Championship game next year, and we will have the number 1 seed next year. So I'm saying here right now that I believe that next year, around this time, that the Buffalo Bills will have the number 1 seed. We are going to play the New England Patriots, because I do think that they will make the Patriots go back to the playoffs to play the Buffalo Bills, because they're going to set up this bullshit rivalry between the Bills and the Patriots, and the Patriots are going to fall flat on their faces, okay? And once they meet the Buffalo Bills, they're going to lose to us in Buffalo. Like, that's how it is. And then once that shit happens, guess what? The Patriots will be done. That will be the end of the Patriots after that. Because once the Patriots, be done with this fluke, because they're going to do the same thing the Patriots did with the Dolphins, okay? They're going to hype up this fake-ass rivalry. They're going to hype up this fake-ass quarterback, okay, and Drake May, and then he's not going to live up to the expectations, and then he's going to fall, and then, the Patriots going to go right back to their word, just like they have been for this entire decade, okay? Being a bottom-feeding, irrelevant-ass franchise, okay? That's what the NFL will do going into next year. They're going to hype up this fake-ass rivalry between the Bills and the Patriots, and the Bills will beat the Patriots in the playoffs next year, and that will be the nail in the coffin for the Patriots once and for all. Never be seen ever again. Permanently. Okay, the Patriots will never win another Super Bowl. Okay, even they bring it to the Super Bowl, they're going to lose. Okay, if they go to the Super Bowl this year, they're getting blown out by whoever comes out of the NFC between the Rams, Bears, or Seattle. And that's that. And then the Bills will play the Kansas City Chiefs. They will finally slay the Dragon, and they will go to the Super Bowl. And then the Bills will play whoever comes out of the NFC, and they will play them in LA, and they will beat them. So this is how I think it has to happen like this. So honestly, them losing to Denver, I mean, it sucks. But hey, the only way we have to get over the hump is actually being Patrick Mahomes. Like, you can't just get over the hump without him not there. So, like, maybe it's kind of for the best. And that's why I say this is not the Bills' best chance to win it, because I believe next year and the year after that is our best chance to win it. And I also believe that because, Mahomes is coming off a torn ACL. So, like, he might not be the exact same player going into 2026. He's aiming for week 1 coming back. I mean, he's not going to look the same. Remember when Brady came back from 2008 after torn his ACL after the MVP season he had, and them come off that Super Bowl loss to the Giants? I mean, I feel like he's going to be like that. Like, I don't think Mahomes is going to look the same at all. Like, it's usually the next year when you feel like you're back, okay? And that will be 2027. Like, Mahomes might, he might be MVP, whatever. Hell, he could be probably Comeback Player of the Year next year. And then might win another MVP. Who knows? But I just feel like that's what's going to happen with Mahomes, okay? Like, you're not going to be like the exact same player. Yeah, you might show their plays in there, whatever, but you're not going to be the exact same player, okay? And also, Travis, and also next year will probably be what your first season without Travis Kelce, because I think Travis Kelce is retired. I think he's gonna be retired after this year. Like after this season's over with, bro. After Super Bowl, I think Travis Kelce is gonna retire, go to the sunset with Taylor Swift, and then be done with it. That's all. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. So yeah. And as for Lamar and Burrow, I mean, Lamar's about to have a new head coach. Like the Ravens about to have a whole new head coach for the first time in over almost 20 years. Same thing with Steelers. They're about to have a whole new coach also in the first time for 20 years as well. So the Steelers are about to be in a whole rebuild mode and shit without Tomlin. And the Ravens, I mean, whoever they get, I mean, yeah, they'll be fine because they got a quarterback in Lamar. And as for the Bengals, I mean, who knows what the hell they do? But I think they might make it back to the playoffs next year. I think they might make it back. Because that division is gonna really now come down to since Tomlin's no longer there, it's gonna come down to Lamar and Burrow. And if I have to pick one, it will be Lamar. It'll be Lamar. Oh yeah, that's right. We also play the Ravens too next year. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, some interesting games next year, man. I'm not gonna lie. Some interesting games next year for us. So it is what it is. But, that's what I gotta say about that. So like everyone's saying that, oh, this was the Bills' best chance, this and that, da. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. Like, we're gonna have another chance next year and the year after that. I believe next year and the year after that is the Bills' best chance. We don't have a team this year. We don't have a team around Josh Allen this year. I hope going into the all season we get a team around him. So yeah. But yeah, I believe that next year, with the new stadium, the Bills win the division. We will get the number 1 seed, and we will out route to the Super Bowl. By beating our two all time enemy ass teams in the Patriots, the old time, the nemesis of the nemesis of the Patriots, and being our arch nemesis in the Chiefs. And then we get to play whoever comes up the NFC next year. So we'll see. We'll see. So like, yeah, man, I don't believe next year. I don't believe this was our best year. I mean, this was our best chance. No. Nope. It's best chance for these goddamn side characters. So I'll tell you that fucking for much, like CJ Stroud and Drake May, because if they don't win a Super Bowl this year, which they won't, oh no, they will never get this chance ever again, because guess what? This is the most easiest Super Bowl for these damn side characters, bro, okay? There's no Mahomes, there's no Allen now, there's no Burrow, and there's no Lamar. Hell, there's not even no damn Bo Nix. So whoever wins this game between Houston and New England is going to the Super Bowl. But they ain't winning it, though. And that brings me to my next point, because I will say this. This wasn't the Bills' best chance, but guess what? The Bills were the only team, not named the Chargers or the Steelers. Yes, I'm throwing the Steelers because of Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. Okay, that's a hot take, but whatever. I believe these were the 3 best teams to win a Super Bowl in the AFC. Now, 4th would have been Houston because of their defense, but CJ Stroud is so inconsistent, it's not even funny. Okay. However, these were the only teams that was able to win the Super Bowl if they came out in the AFC. Okay, that's all. Now that 3 of them is gone, and possibly the Texans too, depending on what the outcome is between them and New England. The other teams ain't winning no damn Super Bowl. Broncos isn't, most definitely now, and New England isn't. Okay, like if if the Patriots, or by some miracle, the Denver Broncos make it to the Super Bowl, they're not winning. They're not winning. Like they're not making no damn. They're not making no damn Drake May or some Jarrett Stidham or some, most definitely not no damn Jarrett Stidham, or CJ Stroud winning a Super Bowl before Allen, Lamar, or Burrow. It's not happening. It's not happening. I don't see it changing, because I don't see them giving a Super Bowl to one of these side characters before the rest of the main big four core of Allen, Lamar, and Burrow. I don't. So like, that's what I gotta say about that. Okay. So it's not happening. Okay. So like, Patriots fans, Texans fans, and you hopeful Broncos fans, look, you had a great seasons, okay, whatever, but you're not winning no Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I don't see y'all beating the Rams. I damn sure don't see y'all beating the Seattle Seahawks, and also I don't see y'all beating the Chicago Bears. I don't, because the Chicago Bears got a better quarterback than all three of those dudes do. Okay, he's better than Stroud. He's definitely better than May. He's most definitely better than Stidham. And if fucking Bo Nix was still playing, he's better than Bo Nix. Caleb Williams is better than all three of them. Like, I'm taking Caleb Williams than them three. Okay, because a team in the NFC is winning a Super Bowl between Seattle, the Rams, and Chicago. There's no Allen, because now that Allen is gone and he's out of the postseason, oh, well, guess what? The NFC is most definitely winning the Super Bowl. Most definitely winning the Super Bowl. So that's what I gotta say about that. Okay. So I'm rooting for whoever comes out in the NFC. Okay, I don't care, because I know my boy BJ Jib. I mean, I've been saying that his team isn't gonna win the Super Bowl and shit like that at all, or even make it. But shit, man, you might actually win it now, because there's no Josh Allen in your way now. So hey, feast on these damn CJ Strauss and Drake May, most definitely Drake May, and Jarrett Stittles in the world, because you are going to win that Super Bowl by default, and it's not even going to be a game. As for, yeah, and then even like man, I'm gonna be rooting my ass off, bro, for whoever comes out the NFC, bro. Whether that's the Rams, Seattle, or Chicago. So I'm a fan of all three of y'all, man. I'm a fan of all three of y'all, man, because no team in the AFC should win a goddamn Super Bowl this year. Not named Josh Allen. So you know what I'm saying, man? Now that my quarterback is out, now that my team is out, because I honestly I was just hoping this season will end, to be honest. I couldn't stand this season, to be honest with you, man. This has been one of the most this season is not good, bro. I'm sorry, bro. There's too much parody in, bro. And this shit right here, bro, this is why I say the NFL should never do a parody NFL, because you got shit like this, like the Broncos, the Patriots and shit, and all these other random ass teams and all. Bro, this shit is bad. This shit is bad, okay? Like, people want to talk about, oh yeah, they want to be all happy about the Chiefs' downfall. And I'm like, dude, the Chiefs are not done. They're just done winning Super Bowls for the time being, okay? They'll be back. I mean, y'all remember the Patriots? Remember the Patriots? I mean, like, remember the Patriots lost to the Giants and all, and people thought that Tom Brady wasn't going to win another Super Bowl, all this and all. They're just taking a break from winning, man. That's all. They're just taking a break for winning. And like, it took a whole decade. Like, Tom Brady went a whole decade while winning another Super Bowl, and people don't talk about that. Okay, so like the Chiefs, I feel like the same is gonna happen with the Chiefs, bro. Like, they're gonna go a whole decade without winning a Super Bowl, And then guess what? When they go back to the Super Bowl, they will win that. And guess what? They'll be right back to winning more. So that's how I see it, bro. That's how I see it, bro. Okay. So it is what it is. But yeah, the Bills will they'll be fine. Bills Mafia, I understand we're all upset, but we'll be fine in the long run. All right, it's not the end, okay? Like, we're gonna keep this train going, man, until the wheels fall off with Josh Allen, okay? Like, today it may not be our day, but one day will be our day, okay? Trust and believe, okay? One day we'll make it. It could be next year, could be the year after that, but I think that, well, you know what? I think it might be next year. I think next year might be our year, okay? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you could clip that all you want. You could laugh at me, but hey, I believe that this team, like, let me tell you, you know what's so funny about the Broncos? See, here's the thing, right? This is how fraudulent the Broncos really are. The fact that the Bills have 5 turnovers and you had to take us to overtime and to beat us with this lackluster team shows me on how fraudulent you really are. Because if you could barely beat the Bills and take them to overtime at their worst, what do you think is going to happen when we actually get a team next year? I'm just saying, like, what's going to happen when we actually get a team next year? Because I want to be honest with you. If the fucking Broncos could beat the Bills with a lackluster team like this, right, and take us to overtime, and us having more turnovers, and you still nearly lost, bro, that says a lot about your team more than my team. It does. It really does. And that's another thing, too. It says a lot about the other team than the other team committing those turnovers. Yeah, turnovers suck, but they're part of the game. And the fact that you only settle for field goals and not actual touchdown points, I mean, like, yeah, dude, I mean, like, y'all not this good. Y'all really not this damn good. And I knew y'all was never this good because look, I was more afraid of Jacksonville more than Denver. And that's saying something. Like, when a team is more afraid of the Jaguars more than the number 1 seed, when a team is more afraid of the 3rd seed more than the number 1 seed, that says a lot about your team, a lot that they're afraid of the 3rd seed more than your team, man. You got the number 1 seed. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know? So, like, man, look, the Broncos, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're going home anyways, man. To either the Texans or the Patriots. And whoever wins the AFC, man, is losing the Super Bowl. So, like, it is what it is. So, like, either way, man, I may have lost, but hey, I will win at the end of the day, man. Once one of these AFC teams don't win the Super Bowl, okay? Like, you blew your chance. And I'm gonna say it. You blew your chance. This was your only chance, and guess what? You blew it, and now you're done. And I believe it will be one of these 3 teams. Okay, because you're not going back next year. None of y'all are going back to the AFC Championship game. Well, hold on. The fucking... Well, actually, the Texans never been to the AFC Championship game at all. So, like, New England, Denver, yes. But the Texans, no. I think they're the only team. Yeah, they're the only team in the AFC who's never been to the fucking conference championship game in the AFC. Everyone else has, but them. Browns have, Bengals have. They're the only team that has not been to the conference championship game, bro. Okay? I mean, shit, they were the only team that's never won a road game in the AFC. Yeah, that franchise, bro. Yeah, they something else, bro. There's something else, bro. I mean, they are something else. They might be the Jets of the goddamn South. Like, literally. Literally. But, when it's all said and done, man, a team in the NFC is winning the Super Bowl, okay? I don't trust none of these teams, okay? Like, I don't. I really don't. I don't trust no quarterbacks, none of the quarterbacks, okay? So, like, it is what it is. But, like I said, man, this is their only shot of winning a Super Bowl. And once one of them don't take this shit, guess what? You will not have this more of an easier run ever again, because Josh is gonna come back and actually get a team. Lamar is gonna come back and get a new head coach. I don't know what's gonna happen with Burrow. Mahomes is gonna come back. Okay. And that's that. Like, everyone keeps saying, like, oh yeah, these teams like New England and Denver is gonna get better. Bro, they overachieve. Okay, like what's really gonna happen with these teams is that when people get tape on them next year, they're not no defensive corner is falling for this bullshit. Okay? Like, you can have all the cap space all you want, but ain't gonna lead you nowhere. Ain't gonna lead you nowhere. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you really gonna do? Like, absolutely nothing. Like, your Super Bowl window is over for 1 year, and once you blow this shit, it's over. You're done. You're finito. You're never to be seen ever again. You might make the playoffs next year, but guess what? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose to one of the big four. Yeah, I understand Bo Nix got lucky today. I understand he got lucky, but whatever. It is what it is. Shit, I mean, Josh Allen beat Bo Nix, so like, I mean, like, I don't know why everyone keeps making fun of Josh for losing. I'm like, he beat him last year. What are we doing here? Like, man, please. Man, please. So, like, man, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like, I understand one of them is, oh, well, we went to a Super Bowl before Josh Allen did. It's going to be probably those damn Patriots fans, because it's like, it'll be Joe Burrow over again. Like, them saying we went before your quarterback did, da 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 da. It's like, okay, but did you win though? Did you win though? Didn't you bring home the ring? Is what matters. I don't care about you going to the Super Bowl and shit, but it's either that you went there and won. And if you go there and you lose, what the fuck does that even mean? Oh, because you went there before me? Okay. All right, now if my quarterback goes there and wins, what does that say about your quarterback? Oh, okay, then shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah. But I think that's what I gotta say, to be honest with you. It's 2 hours and all, so I don't plan on doing this for 3 hours. So yeah, let me read some of these other comments and stuff. YTC earlier. I know these are all earlier. What's good? Yep. Sup. TC, what wide receiver? They haven't got anyone since Stephon Diggs. Pretty well, we got Amari Cooper and shit. I don't know, and I don't know why the hell we didn't bring him back. I I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. I don't. The only offer they have is Allen and Cooks. Yup. More important, never building a defense that's top 10 at some point in Josh Allen's career. No, they have. The problem is they've been getting older players. That's the problem. Like, yeah, defense wins championships. Don't get me wrong, but hey, man, it is what it is. Defense wins championships, but now it is hold on, yeah, Jordan Francis. Defense wins championships, but now it is an offensive game. Now everybody need offense to win. Pretty much. Josh Joey Bosa's way past his prime. AJ Epinesa, not a one who can take over like Parsons or Garrett. Yep. Broncos all year had a horseshoe up their asses all year long. If you look at their game, oh yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. The Broncos are fucking frauds, just like the Patriots are. They're fucking frauds, and this game proved it. Josh Allen tries to play hero ball too much. His competitiveness is his downfall. His worst enemy when it comes to doing too much. Yep, and that's exactly why Yeah, you know why he does too much? It's because look what's around him. Look what's around him. That's why he plays hero ball too much. Because what else can he really do? If he don't have that guy to really rely on, I mean the turnovers is gonna happen. So like, it is what it is. It's a lack of position at wide receiver. That's how they're used it. That's vile issue with the Bills offense. Yep, for sure. Are Shavers, Secure, Curtis Samuel, old ass, and I think in company are number ones who can get open and turn everyone and in turn get everyone open to draw double play coverage. Yep. That's what Allen needs. Obviously, that means this is about the Brandon Cooks shit. Yeah. And that's pretty much the whole comics for tonight. Yep. But yeah, man, this is my longest stream of like doing a late night stream. It's 2:41. It's about to be almost 3:00, man. All right, man. Look, it sucks we lost. Don't get me wrong. Referees once again was not the reason why we lost, but they did fuck us at the end. Okay. Reason why we lost is because of turnovers. Okay. Josh turned the ball over, even though two of them, three of them, I don't really fault him at for the most part. It's a little 50-50, But the first turnover, yes, I blame. That's all on Josh. The first turnover he had, that's all on Josh. Okay. James Cook was a part of the turnover. This is how this whole turnover bullshit started with James Cook. So yeah, and you know what else is funny? James Cook had over 100 rushing yards, and we still lost. So I don't want to hear shit about Josh Allen gets carried by James Cook, knowing that James Cook was the reason was the reason was the Kickstarter of the Bills turnovers in the first place. So I don't want to hear that at all. Okay, that James Cook carries Josh. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here. All right. But yeah, man, sucks. It really does. It really sucks to lose. We really lost to back-to-back. We really lost to back-to-back to AFC West teams in 3 consecutive years. That's fucking crazy. That's actually fucking crazy. Where we lost to the Chiefs, and then lose to the Broncos. Like, that is fucking crazy. What can you do? What is this fucking Kaiju? What the fuck are you doing? Kaiju is a Patriots fan, people, by the way. He's all Boston sports. Me and him, we go back and forth, when it comes to our teams and all. I can't stand his teams. He can't stand mine. But at the end of the day, man, Kaiju is good people. Okay. It's his two people going back and forth for the love of their sports teams and the love of the sports. Okay. So, I don't like his teams. You don't like my teams. But Kaiju's good people. Okay, he likes some of the stuff I like though. Outside of us not having the exact same sports teams and all. But he said, "Yo, yeah, yo, I subscribe to you. Thanks, by the way. And by the way, you guys need to fire Sean McDermott and have a hard rebuild." Look, Kaiju, we are already having a rebuild, okay? like, like this is the rebuild. Like the last 2 seasons was a rebuild and a retool, okay? Like this is the rebuild, okay? And next year could be the completion of the rebuild, okay? So like it is what it is. Now for Sean McDermott to be fired, I said, look, next year it's either that put up or shut up, bro. Okay? Because if you don't get it done next year, you gotta go. We have a whole new stadium. That's money and shit. Like, you gotta go. Gotta go. And not just him, but also Brandon Bean as well. I hope y'all are not in purgatory like the Steelers was. Well, I won't say that. I won't say that. I don't think. I don't think we'll be in purgatory like the Steelers. The only way that will happen if Josh Allen was off the team. That's the only way that will happen. That is the only way that will happen if the Bills were in purgatory. All right, like the Steelers without Big Ben, and then Mike Tomlin was there. Da 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 da. That's the only thing I could see that happening. But I don't think. I don't think we'll be in purgatory. No. Well, shit, it feels like it, but nah, I don't think so. But no, Kaiju, I hear what you're saying though. I understand. I completely understand. Look, a lot of Bills fans have been claiming for Sean McDermott to be gone for like years. Okay, they've been claiming for Sean McDermott to be gone since the 13 seconds game. Okay, they've been claiming for him to be gone since then. Okay, and like we just keep giving him chances, and now it's like we're turning our cheek to this dude Brandon Bean. Because he's tackling the fucking problem with the fucking team. Talking about, oh yeah, man, bitching on one of my wide receivers is the most stupidest shit I ever heard. Like, man, the fuck out of here, bro. Okay, because I'd honestly be more happy if he's more gone than Sean McDermott. Okay, because I know Sean McDermott is sick of his bullshit. I know he is. Like, so like it's put up a show of time for Brandon Bean and Sean McDermott going into next year, okay, with a whole new stadium. Okay? Whole new stadium. Okay, because if they don't get it done next year, they gotta go. They gotta go. That's a whole new stadium, bro. No, we're not. No, that's money. That's money, bro. And people ain't playing with that shit. All right, a businessman like Terry Brugul ain't playing around with that shit, bro. He ain't. He's not. He is fucking not. All right, team gotta win a fucking Super Bowl. Josh ain't getting any younger. He's about to be 30 when we start the NFL season in 8 months. Okay, he's gonna be 30 in 4 months. Okay. Like the fucking Bills, what's also fucking, also makes me, this is what I will say. Today's my uncle's 40th birthday. It was my uncle's 40th birthday and the Bills lost on my uncle's birthday. Like, man, these motherfuckers make people birthday. Like they fuck up people's birthdays, they wedding days, this any day, like it's like what the fuck? Like, oh my god, bro. Like, oh my god. But that's all I gotta say, man. We went over 3 hours, just like always. 3 hours is my mark for these live streams, man. I'll tell you that for much. Hey, the Celtics lost on the day before my Damn. Damn, that's crazy. They lost on your day. They lost the NBA. They lost the NBA Finals? Oh, yeah, they lost the NBA Finals. Damn, that's fucking crazy. Damn. Damn, that shit, that will suck. That will honestly suck, man. That shit will honestly suck, man. I'm not gonna lie. Lose, like seeing your favorite team lose on your birthday, bro. Oh my god, man, that shit will suck. I'm an April baby, so like my birthday's on the 23rd. Okay, so I'm in, it's April for me, but luckily I don't have to deal with my teams losing a championship or losing a playoff game. Well, maybe just one playoff game, but that's the point. I don't have to deal with that shit. I don't. I really don't. May 30th. So you're a Gemini. Okay. Yeah, so you're a Gemini. I'm a Taurus. So, here's what it is. Is it so? I think it's someone I know. No, there's only 3 people I know whose birthdays in May. My sister, my friend, my brother. That's about it. And now Kaiju. Now Kaiju is another person I know whose birthday's in May. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized you and Josh Allen is Gemini's because his birthday is I think when's Josh Allen's birthday? It's in May, so his birthday's on I think the 21st. Yeah, 21st. Yeah, because don't Gemini. Hold on. So the last thing I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Okay. Dates. Let's see. Yeah, it starts on the 21st. Oh shit. It starts on the 21st. Okay, yeah. On Josh's birthday. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, so hey, you might not like my Corvette, but hey, both of you have something in common. You're both Geminis, so hey, shit. You Geminis gotta stay together, just like us Tauruses gotta stay together, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's nothing else I can really say, I want to get the hell out of here. It's about to be almost 3:00. Okay. So it's time for my ass to hit the bed with another fucking playoff exit loss. The fuck. But yeah, y'all, that's all I gotta say, y'all. So to all the Bills fans out there, look, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, okay? We'll be fine, y'all, all right? One day we'll get there. It's just not this year, okay? So it is what it is. But hey, regardless of how Josh Allen played and all those turnovers, man, there ain't any other quarterback want on my team than Josh. Okay. So besides the turnovers, man, he still, still kept us in the game. Okay. So it is what it is. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about that with Josh. Okay. So as Coach McDermott once said, man, the Buffalo Bills will never stop fighting. Okay? The Buffalo Bills will never stop fighting, man. All right? And I'm a Bills fan until the day I'm no longer here on this earth. Okay? So all I want is just a Super Bowl. That's all. Just one. Just one before I say goodbye to the world and go to the spiritual world. Okay? That's all. And then once that day comes, I can finally rest in peace. All right? In paradise, too. But thank you all for tuning for this live stream and all. Well, we always go over 3 hours and shit. All right. So I'm your boy, the Mafia King, man, and I'll see you guys later, man. All right. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good night. And go Bills. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.